Boom. Yeah. New Ghostface featuring Nas, Scar Tissue, Set the Tone. It's the album. Check it out if you haven't already, and if you have, go play it again. Shout out to Ghost Teenies.
That was hard. I ain't over it, hard.
Yeah, that was hard. It's hard.
Like I like how I don't know how Ghost does it. He does like it'll start with like the first two bars. It'll like hit like it'll like be kind of slow, and then out of nowhere it'll be like the next 4 to 6 are just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's weird because, like, you know, a lot of rappers have, like, you know, I have a rapper here. So, like, you know, like, rappers have, like, usual 4-bar build up. Like, you know, and then they'll hit you like, you know what I mean? He has, like, a 2, like, and then it's, like, it takes off, like, straight. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. He's a B-boy, remember? Remember that?
Yeah.
He comes from B-boy, so he ain't... Let me get in and get a couple little Indian steps, little top rock for a sec, and then I'm on. Right.
That was dope. And then I didn't read the credits, but I heard Nas on that. He came in doing what Nas do, always in rare form. And man, I said Arnesco. That was a bar. That was a bar. But I'll let you know this. After 25, 30 years, they still in here with, you know what I mean? With the best of them. Are the best of them. Right down there.
Exactly, y'all. Exactly. Shout out to Nas. Mass appeal.
The show. Let's go ahead and let people know what's going on, man. It's NT to the G. Oh, me, mate. It's NT to the Jizzle. And I'm with my mans, the taller Potter, a.k.a. Dose Mathinally. I was going, man, see, man, I'll be fine. Man, I'll be sparing you, man. Stop fuck with you. I could tell. I really rock with you. I would. No, because I was going to say a whole other thing. I was like, you know what, man?
We could tell. There's a nice pause there on that one. I believe that one.
Like, that was crazy. I was like,
there with my man, the taller Potter. Oh, yeah. He had too many disses. He couldn't even just say them all at the same time.
Like, nah, it was crazy. It was like, man, it was crazy. Man, that's how I know you're my man. That's how I know you're my man. Because I really just, like, didn't even pull the trigger on that. And I was like, you know what? We're going to give the fans straight a midlife crisis episode, Big 35. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what is the age people have midlife crisis? Or supposedly have them?
I mean, back in our days, it was, what?
Man, I feel like why not 30?
40?
30 or 40?
People were living past 70.
Oh, yeah.
80. Yeah, now people are living past 100, so they think midlife now is like in your 50s. But I've always just said, man, as a black man, midlife is like 20s and 30s, fam, because a lot of us don't make it past double that on the average. Just that's always been in my head as a black man. Like, yo, like our midlife crisis timing is a little different than some of y'all others, but you know, we might get ours a little earlier, a little sooner.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, you know, we live as long as everybody else and even longer and all that. But yeah, I don't think that's hard to have a number because just everything going on in the world. But you know, 30, 40, 50.
Big block
episode 35. Your man's over here
crisis.
Getting his funny on.
Not funny on, supposedly.
So C3PO in the building right here. Orange light skin. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, episode 35. Ghostface killer intro.
That was raw. That shit was raw.
So yeah,
good to see them. Like I said, how old? I don't even know. How old are they actually?
I want to say 52-ish, maybe 47-ish, kind of in that range, 47, 52, depending upon if you're talking about Nas or Ghost.
Okay.
Because I think Nas is older, I think. I mean, he just came out of the game younger. That's all.
No, I'm just saying, they were just, for their age, they have that breath control, they still have the mind, the capacity, everything just like, you know what I mean? There's a top tier at that age, so.
I mean, they got that skill, man. They're masters.
I mean, yeah. But let's see. But yeah, anyway, Block Giant episode 35. Got a good episode for y'all today, man. Got definitely a good one. My man has actually came up with some good stuff that he has came across your table this week. Before we get into that, I had a question for you that I just wanted to ask real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I noticed that certain people, when it comes to driving, right? Certain people have a certain type of car they hate to be behind on the road.
Interesting.
They like when people always say like me personally, whenever I'm in a hurry for some reason, it always seems to be a Tesla that gets in front of me and slows down. I don't know why.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'll be like, oh, it's always Tesla. Like,
Yeah.
like I was wondering, are you one of the type of? Sorry, are you one of those type of people
That get in front of people and go slow?
No, that just have a car that just like have a car that you're like, oh, it's this car that always tries to do this to me whenever I'm trying to do this or something.
Nah.
Obviously.
I think it's a mindset thing.
Really?
But hey, yo, out there where you at in Tesla land, I'm sure some people are asleep and their car is like, hey, so, I'm going to go slow now because my homie's sleep and you behind him like, oh, get out the way.
California, Chapter, I wasn't even talking about that, but I was saying, because I know there's a lot of people out here, they always be like, man, it's a Honda Civic I got behind. It's always, or like, people always said out here, I guess. Maybe it's that California thing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Just a quick question.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Yep, help to wonder.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, I got a question for you right now, man, because I thought this was interesting. You brought up a hip hop topic.
Of course.
Which I thought was interesting.
And what's that?
The Gunna situation.
Is that hip hop?
I mean, it's hip hop related. Adjacent.
Hip hop is business. But yeah. I feel you. We right there. I thought that was interesting because a lot of people be out here like, oh, I don't mess with Gunna and oh, he's a snitch.
Which is not true.
And stuff.
It's just not true at all.
Oh, what?
No, when people say they don't mess with Gunna, it's like,
I mean, some people
themselves don't reflect that.
Hey, I'm saying
the tour schedule don't reflect that. The man did it. The man's doing a solo tour. Like people say they're not messing with him. The man's doing a solo tour. I got the slaps. I got enough.
Yeah, man. So I mean, we've been on the internet in hip hop. That's actually how you and I met. Some hip hop internet sites. So
right.
Hip hop behavior on the internet for us is we've seen it all. So I just was like, yo, man, this is interesting that like maybe it's not even a big group of people, but there's a loud minority. We'll just say that. There's a loud minority of people trying to say Gunna ain't shit. Gunna is a snitch, whatever, right? Obviously, there's people who fuck with him, right? But there's probably this small amount of people who are really loud that don't. But I came across this article from Complex saying he's still on the YSL label.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, so if he's still eating and he doing well, and they paying for marketing and they're paying for his shoots and they're paying for everything to get mixed and mastered. I mean, where do you draw the line, I guess, is kind of where I'm like, the street shit and then the business shit, right? Like, well, I'm sure they could have easily tried to get him out the contract if they wanted to. But business-wise, why would you do that if you know you got somebody talented on paperwork, right? Like, yo, I got this gem. He's going to make me money.
Right.
I might not like him, but he's going to make me money.
Right.
And contractually, he has to finish X amount of stuff with me. Why am I going to just throw it all away because he talked to police? Like, it's wild. So, do you think YSL should get the paperwork?
Well, I'm actually more in tune with actually the business side of their situation because that was the first thing I wondered as soon as he got on the stand. So I checked into all this, but like the first 6 months after he got off the stand, like and he got free and everything. And so I was actually, I'm glad. That's why when you brought this up, I was like, no, that's interesting. But because that's the first thing I thought of immediately. Because I'm like, I ain't bringing in too much money. Like it's Thug and Gunna. That's it. Like so, I was like, what are you gonna do? Chop your head? What did they say? Cut your nose, spite your face?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was checking for that. So, but due to their personal issues, we'll say that they switched his management team. He used to be managed by 300, which is what's called part of the YSL. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's part of YSL. So now he switched over to Atlantic part of the because it's still over the umbrella's Atlantic. So
It's still Atlantic.
yeah, so either way, Atlantic needs their bag. So they just switched the management, but YSL still gets the bag. And my whole thing about it is, you asked, do I think they should get the paperwork?
Yeah.
And purely from Thug's position, I would say, if you snitch on me, you better pay for these lawyers too. Like, you're paying for like all this, you're paying pretty much right now. The album dropped, they didn't do anything, and to be honest, they didn't really market it at all. There wasn't really no commercial or anything. Like, they didn't really, and it still went crazy. That's what was another thing that was crazy about the album. Like, they didn't market it at all. The second mixtape we dropped, now they're starting to market it now because like, oh shit, he's gonna do it. So now they're realizing the money's coming in. But like I said though, if you snitch on me and I gotta do 4 years in jail and fight this case, and I'm just like, yeah, pay for this lawyer. Manual's still it's not cheap. This lawyer's going to jail for me. Like somebody's going to jail for me, not you, but pay for somebody. Put something on something. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, that's, man, can you imagine a world you lived in if the snitch had to actually pay your lawyer fees? Like, that would change the game.
I don't have to imagine it's happening, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, in the real world, like, regular people. Like, wouldn't that be dope? Somebody snitches on you, but you have to pay a lawyer fee? That'd be, like, dope.
Somebody snitches on me, and I have to pay their lawyer.
No, the snitch has to pay your lawyer fees. That's pretty much what happened.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of like...
I mean, that's what happens in civil courts and shit at times, right? If we sue over some civil shit and I get found at fault, I got to fork up the fees. I mean, to me, it's just kind of part of... Yeah, you're talking about specifically snitches. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. But I'm just like...
That happens it happens in corporate business all the time.
I'm like, this is court. That's kind of like how just court be playing ball. That's their league in a sense. But yeah, no, I get you. No, I get you.
Definitely. But yeah, as far as the is snitch money, he said, is snitch money any different than non-snitching money? I'm like, no. Sure, why is no. Matter of fact, what I would do is I think they tried it a little bit, but I don't know if it worked as well as they thought it would. So remember, Gunna dropped his album and it sold a certain amount of numbers, and then Thug dropped his album right after, like maybe the day after or something like that, or a week after, and then like they tried to do like a battle of the records. Against the fans, they try to put them against each other, like to see who's going to sell the most, which I thought was hilarious because it's all the same label, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter because I still try to get this money, but I thought it was funny. But so they said Thug only won barely. I don't know, but like I said, but I would keep doing more of that. Like every time, like Gunna drop a single, like Thug, you drop a single, like anytime, just to try to make it seem like you guys are really beefing, you guys are really into it. I'd play more into that, like, because if the controversy sells, that's all. I would just do more of that.
Okay.
As far as everything else, though, like, keep them on taking. He's doing more he is doing more for this for him than any other person involved that besides his lawyer.
Very much, man. Dope. Yeah, man.
So I got about that one.
That's what's up.
It's kind of a snitch. I'm like, is that a snitch?
I mean, is he?
Yeah, technically. All right. Technically.
All right.
And man, the whole thing was like, thank you, right? Like, it goes back to what I was saying when back in the day when I heard that old school Drake song when it was like, in the beginning of the song it says, you said F me. And I said, cool. So now what? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where it's at now. It's like, that's how I feel like when someone, like, that's my approach to things. Like, in that song where it's like, okay, Gunna's a snitch. Okay, cool. Now what? Like, sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
okay, he did that. Are you gonna buy the album? Do you like the song or not? Like you're gonna listen to it. So either way, you're still gonna listen to it. So did you like it or not? He snitched. So what? Not gonna change any facts. Look at Bobby Shmurda. He didn't snitch. Came home, music career fell off. Like So I don't know. There's examples of what to do and what not to do. I don't know. I don't advocate snitching. I don't advocate not snitching. I don't advocate anything. I advocate people making a choice that they can live with in any situation they're in. That's what I advocate. But,
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what label Bobby Shmurda's on, because
Atlantic.
It was.
that's the parent label.
Yeah. Oh,
Like 300 is
Yeah,
a sub label of Atlantic. GS9.
Yup. Oh yeah, that's their label.
He's on GS9.
And that's Bobby Smart label.
Okay, well, if Bobby Smurda's in jail and it's his label, he ain't really gonna run operations well from jail. Where you got YSL, the label, and then you got 300, which is a different monster. All of
This animal berserk.
300 is like a motherfucker. So it makes sense why they having better results. I'll say.
I'm gonna say Gunna. I'm still trying to figure out who is doing Thugger's hair every day. It's like he did come in there dipped. I'm like, I thought he was in like solitaire.
I don't know, man. I don't know how that worked, but dope.
Okay. So what do you think about these people getting tickets for holding their camera and also holding the phone in their hand, or maybe not?
So to give y'all a little quick synopsis of what's going down in Australia, I'm sure in America you've heard or seen some of these red light cameras, right? Like you run the red and it flashes, takes a picture. Well, in Australia, they got cameras on, just period, on the street. It's not like a red light thing. So you could just be driving, and if you're driving and you got this up or it's in your head and the camera sees it, they probably got some AI looking for some kind of shape, pull a picture, and then they're gonna hit you with a fine. And so yeah, this lady from Australia, she got a fine, and she said she was holding her glasses case. And I'm just like, yo, like if it's illegal to not have both hands on the wheel, then it's clear. But without that being the law, it's kind of hard to enforce. But sometimes technology doesn't always come from America first. And so why I brought this up was because I thought it was interesting that out there they just got the live feed, just clock watching, just hitting the spot, watching everything. So I don't know. I just wanted to see what your thoughts on that was. Is like, are you scared of this coming? What did you think when you saw this? Us being who we are and how we have to deal with police as it is. Is this better that we don't have that actual interaction with police, but it's just all this bullshit that we got to deal with in terms of like fighting the charge or fighting the optics of what it looks like on a holding or whatever?
I think this technology would be dealt with a little oversight, like you know how like we had a conversation about like video editing and things like that off mic, and you were saying pretty much at the end of the day, certain things need human oversight, you know. And I think this is one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, maybe when they collect all these so-called violations or infractions, maybe there's somebody that finally, you know what I mean, that real human eye checks it before they, you know what I mean, before they approve it. And maybe that's just the only thing that's missing. As far as what I think about the technology being integrated in society, I already think it varies. Like it depends on where you are in your state of life. Like I used to be like more worried and like stressed out about things like license plate readers, like when you in neighborhoods. Like I think that's kind of weird because if you have a warrant, they can automatically check your warrant and the police will come straight to you immediately. Like, but I used to be like, that's crazy. Like, but now I'm like, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have a warrant. Like, you really shouldn't be. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? And I have a different perspective. So it depends. Like I always say, certain things are good in moderation. Like, so I'm not trying to really have like a whole AI robot coming to my house, like talking about, hey, or you know what I mean, like you sped too fast on the freeway, like I mean, this is weird. Like I don't know, it's just too much. Like,
It's too much.
Like I like I said, small things in moderation. Like if a video camera can say like, okay, you were speeding, whatever. I mean, right now we got the fast track. A video camera can tell by how long I've been on the fast track. No big deal. Like little things like that. Like like I said, like I don't really see it being too much like really technologically advanced like that far. I don't see it really going too far right now. Like I think it just needs some human oversight.
Okay.
Why did you see it? Like, well, I mean, I don't know where you like what you thought about it.
I think this shit is scary, man. I think this shit is scary. Because if they're looking in your car like that with a camera, they could think something's a gun. They could start really just. It opens up the probable cause. I'll just say, way too easy to open up some probable cause. Like I get like what you're talking about with the license plate readers, like and all that. Like yeah, you know, someone gets Amber Alert, license plate reader might help. Cool, like I get all that, but that's on the outside of the car. You're not judging what's in my hand and giving me problems for whatever's in my car or in my hand. Like we could be just vibing on the freeway, and you over here like just feeling the sign. You throwing up guns, and they're like, "He might be armed." Like I don't. I'm just like, of course, like you're saying, it takes moderation, it takes oversight. But how many people are you gonna have? And then that, to me, just opens up a whole nother can of worms. Of do these have to be police officers that review this footage? Who has to review this footage? Is it just citizens? Is this trained people? Like how? So, being that we're going into this AI stuff more and more, and it takes people, that now is going to be the new skill, right? The oversight or the watching of the AI. So whatever the AI is not doing or not doing right, we need somebody skilled enough in that position. And then, of course, you're going to scale it out. Now, if you're going to have cameras on every corner and your little city got,
see, that's where it gets scary.
600 corners. This is why I said this is scary.
Like I said, everything in moderation. Like when I was talking about fast track, like that's every like, you know, yeah, exactly. Thank you. And it's like every like mile or 2, 3 miles, like something like that. Like I mean, they're talking about like every down to every block. Like no, I'm not into any of that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's why I said moderation with some human oversight. Like not like, but that's a good question too on who actually does the human oversight. Like a police officer, somebody pay, like I mean somebody qualified. Like I mean that's a good question too. Who is going to be in charge of the oversight?
Exactly.
Who is in charge of putting that person in charge of the oversight? Like
exactly. And the training and all that, and then you got to scale it. Like I said, man, what if there's 600 corners just in your town? That could be one that nobody really goes down, except the mailman 2 times a day or whatever. Like,
right.
But 600 of them, you're gonna need some people, fam, to watch a lot, and that's just for that little town. I don't even think you would have enough people in a small town to do that, right, as well as work at the restaurant, the tire shop, exactly, wherever, right? So,
the plan.
I just wish I knew a little more of like when all this kind of got started in Australia, but the fact that it's already happening, folks have been having mad issues with it. For me, it's just, it was alarming because I'm just like, wow, I had no idea. Like some other part of the world is already way over there with it. And like I said,
I was gonna say, what country was that when they were planting the chip in their hand and trying to just to paper things? Was that Germany or something like that?
I don't know if I ever heard of that.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. That like a little chip like the size of a rice pill or something like that. Like they're and putting in their hands.
Amazon was doing a handprint.
Yeah. For what?
Some stores, they had some like Whole Foods or like Amazon grocery stores, I think in Washington State. You go in there, just take the shit off the aisle, put it in the cart, and you just put your hand down. It knows your ID, pays. Just dip.
That's cool, like in a way.
But then now they got your prints. And so now the government got your prints, and now Amazon got your prints. And then apparently that's been an issue lately with the print ID thing, because that's like what the government uses and now everyone has it kind of thing. So, but I ain't heard of the chip thing, but that's the closest I probably heard to what you're talking about is a handprint. purchase or payment.
That's interesting though, because the government doesn't. I guess
I mean, that's one of the biggest things they use to identify us outside of like
teeth, dental, yeah,
right.
But they need something ready, available, quickly. But I was saying, like, I was thinking, I should say, how does the government have other ways of getting your fingerprints without you committing crimes? Because you know how they usually say, like, in the beginning of cases, like, oh, we don't know who it is because he's never been committed a crime, whatever. Like, his fingerprints. So I'm like, does the government have other ways of getting your fingerprints, like, besides like these apps or Amazon, things like that?
It just have to be through these private apps. They get subpoena to try to get that info. Maybe like off your thumb ID. They might be able to go up, call them kind of that kind of shit, but it's few and far between. Which is probably what made it secure, because not many people can have it, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22. That's a tough one. Yeah, it's managed.
But yeah, as far as but like I said, moderation. I wasn't aware that, like I said, when I read the article, I thought it was like I said, on some fast track type of issue. I didn't know she was in town, and like it was. I was like, yo, wait, they're doing this in town? Like she wasn't even on the freeway. Like they was. I'm like, no, they violating her rights. Like while she's trying to the grocery store.
She just heading down Santa Rita Road, dog.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, fam.
That's you on your phone. She's like, no, put my glasses on. If the sun is out, like, okay, about none of that.
Nah, your hands ain't on the wheel. Well, is it illegal to not have both hands on the wheel? No. Well, what the F? So yeah. Now I think we're heading towards that. I think we're heading to where they want you to have. With the autonomous.
Yeah. Exactly.
But right now, when you use those auto things, you have to have your hands on them. Like they have pressure, like they're supposed to have pressure sensors, and people have rigs where they can set the Tesla to feel like it has a hand on it, but they don't, and that's why they fall asleep. Yeah, you're supposed to have your hands legally. Like you're supposed to still have your hands on there, even though the car can do it. Legally, you're supposed to.
So what's the point of doing it then?
Because the technology's not there. That's why.
And we don't have it then.
But they're selling it that way. Like we got it, but you have to have your hands on the wheel. And so people are like, oh, I want that.
Hell no. Sorry. And I thought I used to sell stuff good. Well.
Oh no, Elon, dude. That wool.
You try to say it to me like I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That means it doesn't work, man. Like he was like, no, I know this.
Yeah, like I know it don't work. You know it don't work, but he keeps telling me, hey, if you buy it with your car off the first rip, when it's finally fully legal and everything, you can have it. It's like, okay, well, so then that's why people tinker with it now, but they had to put up those guardrails where it's like the wheel has to feel the pressure of some hands, or some of the cars that won't do it unless there are hands. And so those robo-taxi companies that have those autonomous cars, like they have to have somebody in there with the hands because we're not there yet, technology-wise. Of course.
My question is, have there been any accidents? You said people fell asleep, but has there been accidents for the people doing with the hand thing when they fell asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And if you're in a Tesla, they got everything on film. So they filming you sleep. They're filming you jerry-rigging it. So Tesla's going to be like, oh, our car didn't fuck up. Oh, boy, sleep, look.
Wait, they film you? The inside of the Tesla films you too? The whole time? You in the car?
I'll bring that up on another pod. Yeah, it's a known problem, man. There's cameras. Those cars are connected to the internet. I think they.
So how come when the Tesla car hit me, the insurance company said we didn't have enough proof? I said, don't they got a video of her hitting me? They were like, no, we ain't see that.
Yeah, like we didn't see that because they didn't want to get it, but.
Oh, that's what happened. They lied to me now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because I was confused. Because so all of a sudden, Tesla's got a camera in the car. I'm like, it does? Because I don't have no Tesla. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all of them?
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff, man. People been, get a little roadhead. Got that footage. Get extorted.
Roadbox? Get extorted.
I mean, if I work at Tesla and I can find out who you are and look at that footage, but hey, bro, it's gonna be like 5 G's. Make sure nobody bothers you about that no more. There's some wild shit happening, dog. There's some wild shit happening over there in Tesla land.
Wow,
I'll just tell you,
I'm not part of Tesla world.
You should just. I would tell everybody to ease up on a Tesla unless you're rich as fuck and you don't give a fuck. Then go for it, dog.
I was thinking about that. I was liking that Cybertruck.
Oh, me too. But there's too much other negative bad things. Exactly. I'm cool.
Exactly.
I am cool.
Exactly. Cool. No, it was funny too because I was talking to the boss and because we were talking about putting boots on the ground and doing that whole other endeavor. And one of the bigger things is the safety. And I was like, yeah, 'cause some of the neighborhoods, they aren't gonna be that safe. Like, and I was pretty much saying, like, I was making, I always make jokes. I'm like, man, do you think I'm gonna be over there dressed with the drip? Like, what the hell? I am coming with the old school Amazon Essentials shirt. What?
Right?
I'm coming there with the Payless Classics. What? The cargo shorts with the Crocodile Dundee bucket hat. What? With the rope down with the tassels. Because it's hot. What? I'm coming there with some bracelets. What they call them, little beaded bracelets? I'm trying to throw it all the way out. Some cocoon nuts. Like, I'm some
Bring it back. Hell yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, oh nah, this fool's. No, it's funny too because I was watching a certain interview, right? A certain interviewer. And it was funny because he was in a dangerous hood in Memphis. And it was super hilarious because they stopped and he said, man, why are you dressed like that, man? And he turned around and looked at this cameraman. This cameraman was dressed pretty much like that, right? And I was like, that's the smartest cameraman I have ever met in my life. I was like, this man is, and he black too, so I thought it was dope. I was like, you are with a white dude who was super like green as hell and the most dangerous hood in Memphis. I'm like, that man wore the most appropriate outfit in history. I was like, shout out, bro. He made it home alive, made it home to his children.
He knows what's up. He's like, hey, give me that camera. That's the most expensive thing I got. Here you go, dog. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I gotta give you my shirt. I gotta give you my shoes. I gotta give you nothing but this camera. Right. He knows.
That shit was super funny because they turned the camera on, right? And the dude was like, I'm finna flame you up. And he roasted him for like 3 minutes of shit. And the dude was like, yeah. I bet you in his head, though, he was like, yep, I ain't got nothing they want. Like, I can go to the store comfortably. Like, I can go buy myself some chips, popsicle, like, whatever the hell he wants, some soda. Like, so I'm
going to finger roll this camera to them and I'm out. Here y'all go.
Whatever y'all need. Like I said, that was lit, though. But I saw that, I was like, I took a page from that book. I'm like, yeah, I get boost to the ground for sure. Big A6 gang. What? Big Saucony's. What?
Hey, those aren't even bad these days, man.
You know, that was crazy. I saw somebody, because remember we used to wear those.
Yeah.
Those
B-boy essentials, man.
I'm on it. It was the one. But I saw like an older, white gentleman. And I said, whiter gentleman.
Whiter than me? I feel that. I said that. I felt that.
Oh, not a little bit. Not really, though. Like, it's crazy. Okay. But he was cool. He had some Saucony's on, and I was like, man, I'm like, those kind of lit, man. Which one of those? And he said the style of them. I was like, man, I used to have those, man. Those are my little cheap little shoes, but I used to break dance in those. He's like, you break dance in these? And I was like, yeah. He was like, wow, they're comfortable. I couldn't imagine them. And he said the price. And I said, wait, you think how much for those? I'm like, they wasn't that when I was younger. When we was younger, they wasn't that. I was like, oh, okay. They Nike prices now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, those are ones.
Those are the ones, though. They comfy as hell. Those are the ones.
Oh, yeah. Them things is nice. But yeah, them shoes, they call dad shoes or whatever. All that shit is popping right now.
Oh.
It goes from Jordans or the dad shoes. That's it.
Oh, word?
That's how it'll be now. It's crazy. I'm like, oh, so y'all ran up my price on my New Balances. Okay. Y'all think this is some cute dad shit. Okay. Okay. Those are the ones, doc. I get the comfort, the price, the colors.
New Balances.
Oh, I'd be dipped in the newbies. That's my jam. Now I can't even get them shits. Everybody buying them shits.
Hey, Kendrick brought the stock of those Nike Shocks back. That was crazy.
People were like, yo, it's talking shit. I'm like, what?
I know the stocks of those went up dramatically. Yo. Sorry, excuse me. That was funny though. I'm like, Nike Shocks. I'm like, I don't wear those. I
never had those either, but
was
not because I hated them.
Yeah, I was shopping with my favorite retailer the other day, and sorry, my favorite mall. I just said, you know what I'm one in San Ho. Yeah, you know one. So we were just going to the mall, and I randomly saw some. No, that's not how it started. I was over at another mall first, and then we were getting. I was in the shoe store. Randomly going to the shoe store. You know me. I don't even wear those type. I don't wear Nikes. I don't own one pair. Like I just randomly walked in. I was like, I just want to see what's going on in Nike world. Like, you know. So I go in there. I'm like, cool. Air Maxes and Jordans or Dunk. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay. Like, that's it. Like, they ain't doing.
On the Nike side, that's it. Jordan,
Yeah.
Air Maxes, and then Dunks or some kind of skater
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I'm like, yo. Like, and they make different colors. Like, I'm like, yeah.
That's the old New Balance playing. That's why I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? That's what New Balance used to do. Just the 3 shoes and mad colors. I was like, cool. That's just, and now Nike does that. But their shit is way expensive. I'm like, man.
Yeah. That's what didn't make any sense. They were like, yo, this is like $300. I was like, for what? It's like, and then the dude was like, no, because actually, one of them was cool because it's the off-white one. So the off-white, I was like, okay, got the off-white little collab. I was like, okay.
Oh, the collab. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, that's dope. And he was like, hell yeah. I'm like, you got my size. He said, hell nah. I said, why'd you show me the shoes? He's like, oh, I think he was going to buy them. I was like, wow. I walked in here, was looking at shoes. You approached me and said, can I help you?
Can I help you? I said, I like these and my shoe size.
And then he said, what are you looking at? I said, I'm looking at these. He said, these are dope. These are the off-white collection. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said, bet. Got to decide level? Nah. All right. Didn't recommend no other store.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to my life, dog.
I didn't even.
Dude, I walk up in there. Do y'all have 14s? Period. And then if they just be like looking at me like I'm crazy, I'm like, I'm out, dog. Like, some places don't even got 14, fam. They'd be like, we make 14s? I'll be like, never mind.
He be asking about no shoe at all.
Brand. No.
And when my kid said, you got 14.
Do you even, any shoe in here that's a 14? No? All right, cool. I ain't wasting time.
Damn, the struggle is real. I thought I was going through it.
My life's fun. And then the people that got my shoes, they got that money.
They got money, yeah, because they basketball players. And, yeah.
So I'm over here scraping the outlets for the leftovers.
That's crazy. I forgot. You got a crazy
I got a different struggle, yeah. You know my clothes struggle, the Gap days.
Yep.
I hate to wear that.
Yeah, I hated those days. Doesn't make you want to choke you more in your sleep in those days, actually.
Yeah, man. I was talking to my boy about that shit the other day. He was like, yo, he's like, I worked at the Gap. I was dipped. I was like, couldn't even wear that shit. He's like, what? I bet you I could. I was like, don't, just that.
Yeah. Bring him.
They didn't, it's not going to work. Back then, the crop top tight wasn't a thing either, so for real, work.
Man, speaking of fashion, man, how do you feel about watching all your childhood styles come back to see all the kids wearing it now? I feel like I'm seeing kids wear Jinko jeans and
oh yeah, the baggy shit's back, dog. I can't.
I'm like, this is hilarious. Me too. I won't do it, but I love it though. Like,
I'll do it. I'll do it again. I love the baggy. I don't want to be. It's too hot out here, man. It's too hot out here. It's 100 motherfucking 12, and I don't need nothing that's tight. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Give me some space.
Man, they want to wear a sundress. Then they're like, give me a moo-moo. Give me something.
You're the biggest dashiki you got, dog. I ain't trying to breathe.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I want one of them.
Oh, yeah, same.
That's facts. That's a raw.
I want to be.
I got a piece of what you got going on in Vegas right now.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. People out here, oh bro, these people wearing them baggy shits. Yup. You think I want my shirts just all my shit? Sweat marks everywhere, nigga. No, I'm cool. It's too hot out here for that. Yeah. Like, oh man, hey, you're right. You perspirate way more than you're right, bro. Thanks. Good observation, man.
Thanks, crazy.
Good observation.
Like crazy. No, I was thinking like this. It's so hot though. Like I don't understand how you do it, bro. Like
We got ACs.
yeah,
That's
you gotta.
I know in the Bay it's few and far between.
No, thank God. I'm very fortunate to be.
Okay. So
Blessed,
I didn't want to assume you had the AC.
Oh,
I know.
no, I didn't assume either. That's why I wasn't bragging. Like, you know what I mean? I waited for you to tell me first.
I'm like, you have to by law out here have that shit. And if it breaks,
By law.
places have to come within a certain amount of time when it's going to break.
In your house. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's crazy.
out here, it's a lifestyle, but I know everybody's going through a heat wave. So shout out to anybody out there that's going through it. We feel y'all.
Show
Yeah. And you ain't alone. Everybody's getting cooked right now. We all in the skillet. We all up in the skillet.
Yo, it got so hot out here. My dashboard just turned off. The monitor just. I was like, oh, was I out here in the house too long? Was I in the city too long? My car just. I just said nah, and then I called the mechanic. I called him immediately. Like I was like, hey yo, I like to see the back of my area when I park. Like it's not doing that now. Like, you know what I mean? I can't charge my phone. I'm not living how I'm used to living. So I need her to get over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need my basic needs met. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's like, okay, cool, that's what's up. I'm on vacation. I'm like, I'm noticing that people have a weird way of interacting with me. Like, when I thought, you ever hear this other podcaster? I'm not going to mention his name, but he has this thing that he says all the time where he says, yeah, no, sure.
Oh, yeah. There are a lot of those.
Yeah, no, sure. I know what you mean. Yeah, no, sure. I know what you mean. I'm like, yeah, no, sure. That's crazy. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I'm out of town. And I was like, okay, but isn't 4th of July like next week? He like, yep, 2 weeks. I was like, I ain't mad at you, gang. Like, you know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you. Can you give me somebody? Could you call somebody? Can you,
right.
You ain't helping me. Like, I ain't mad at you taking a break, but you're not helping me get to the next spot.
You know what the funny part is too, though? Is I called the shop right after because I know something that he doesn't know I know. He doesn't do any of the work. The dude who do the work is another individual who I talk to. So I've been trying to, you know what I mean, lightweight, bring him over to the dark side. Like, yo, bro, I slid him like a couple extra dollars. Like, I appreciate you, fam. Oh, can you, woo. Like, you know what I mean? So he's out of town. So Monday's going to be my opportunity to slide up over there, talk to him personally and be like, so what's going on with the business?
Hit him with that firm biz.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking firm biz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my shit. Oh, yeah. Old school.
Your man's gone. Hey, firm biz to your baby. Take my shit.
Hey, that's my shit.
Fix my shit.
Hey, that's my shit. No, but all right. So check it out. So like I said, the very first time I met him, right, I put some new headlights in and some just everything new, all blacked it out, everything. And he was like, yo, and he's like, yo, I'm not really allowed to do that. Like the body shop's supposed to do that. I'm like, come on, fam. I'm like, you're already doing the other thing. Come on, fam. And he was like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, so right. So I'm like, appreciate it. Like, so I walked off, right? So then when I came back, it was dope. We finished it, right? I blessed him with, you know what I mean, something heavy on it, you know what I mean, on the back end, you know what I mean, something heavy,
sure.
not too heavy, not too heavy.
He got points on the package. He got points on the package.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? He gave me the look like then it was right on, bruh. Like now it's bruh. Hey, what's up, bruh? Now you see me now. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Let that marinate for about 6 months. You know what I mean? Now it's time to strike. You know what I mean? Mondays.
It's firm biz. It's going
on. Because he knows how I'm coming. Like, you know what I mean? So you already know. Yeah, come on, man. You need the scones. Just gonna come home. Just come on.
Hey, just
come on.
You know, let me up. You know what happens? You know what happens when you take care of me?
You know what I mean?
I take care of
you. Little quid pro, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I like.
You don't want to. You don't want to be in Greece working 6 days a week. Come on, man. You want to be over here working 4 or maybe less than that. Like, you know. Speaking of Greece, they talking about, you know, we seen everybody over there just working 4 days a week, 3 days. That's what's up. You know, we're gonna make y'all work 6 though. So we got shit going on.
Because we all broke. Our whole country is so broke, fam. Everybody.
6. Oh, you right. No, but I like the fact that they did say though that they are paying. It ain't like they're saying, you gotta we gotta work an extra day, and that counts on like that's the same thing.
Part of the same salary,
yeah. Nah, you get that extra day. So I mean, and they actually did. So far, it's limited to, I want to say 24-hour businesses, the ones that run 7 days a week. Like it's limited. It's not like actual like how to trickle down to like the normal,
like a DMV or some other shit. Yeah, got you.
So that was one thing I thought was kind of cool. Like, so it's kind of really on the voluntary basis still. That's still kind of, for now. So they just flip the switch and be like, you know what, matter of fact?
Everybody.
Everybody.
But the problem, one of the biggest problems with this though, and I think we saw this with America in different ways, but if everyone's working so much, no one has time to spend and enjoy. I can't go spend this money and actually enjoy it because I gotta work so much. And I think that's where the balance is gonna be. And I think that's why what you said is mad smart on their part. Like, we're only gonna roll this out to a few people. Obviously, they can scale it out to more, which they probably will. But at least they ain't just dumping it on everybody, because you need people to be able to go shop. You need that economy to start picking up, right? So, man, 6 days though. They hurting over there.
You know what's funny? Like, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because it's crazy. Because you just hit on something that I didn't realize, that when you do work a lot. I was trying to figure out why I got some sort of treatment the other day at the mall. Like, I got a treatment at this little store I like that I wasn't familiar with. And I just realized that because to me it was regular, but then you just put the pieces together. And what I was saying is more along the lines of, when you work a lot, you know me, we work a lot, 6-7 days a week, pretty much every week. Like, but you know, it's my birthday next week, so we got some plans. So just decided, like, you know what? And it's funny too, because I got reminded it was my birthday 3 days ago.
The Siri alert.
No, the original. The original. You know, we got plans. You know, you got plans next week, starting on Wednesday till next Monday. No, what's going on? Your birthday? No, because shoot, it is, it's about that time. Yeah, like we always do about this time. Yeah, made plans, set it up 6 months in advance. You know, and completely forgot about it.
Life be lively.
Yeah, just all right, cool. So gotta do that. But I thought it was interesting because, like I said, the plan is, you know, something nice. Gonna rent something nice out of town. Something nice.
Hey,
yeah, I'm saying we got a little theme. We got a little theme going on. You know, like a little theme. So we got to go to one of our favorite stores to go that provides that theme. You know, it's a high end store. Let's come name it. I mean,
yeah.
But
they got to pay for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. but I want to say this, shout out to the service. The service was excellent. It was excellent when they realized what was going on. It wasn't excellent in the beginning. I'll tell you it wasn't excellent in the beginning. I'll tell you that.
Oh, so you got the black treatment. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You got the OG black treatment. Gotcha.
Yeah. It was nice.
That's always a nice one.
It was interesting. So we just went. Yeah. Oh, you spinning. Oh, you spinning. Like, oh, it's funny because they do have that. Oh, too. Like, oh. Okay.
It's the energy change.
Yeah. That's how it was too. Like when you go in there, like, no, because some people go in there, they're like, oh yeah, I just want to get a pair. Nothing wrong with how other people shop. Nothing wrong with it. I don't shop shame at all. Like, me personally, like, I like to get things like right now and maybe for later. Like, like, you know what I mean? So I get a couple things. But me personally, I work so much, I won't be back for a year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause, like, you know what I mean? So I get mine out the way. Like, so So I get over there. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, go one. Sometimes people get one pair of shoes. Like, I was like, let me get like 3 or 4. Like, you know what I mean?
Ain't coming back.
Exactly. So, exactly. And it ain't just me. I'm well with somebody else too. It's 2 for 2. Like, so you know what I mean? So it ain't like I'm just balling out. Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, short story shorter. So the boss was like, I like these, and she said the size, and then the lady's like, okay, bro. And then as soon as I was like, hey, this is like the one I got at home, I hold up the silk shirt, right? And that one happens to be
On the higher
price. Yeah. So they were like, she was like, oh, I heard the right? Then they were together, right? Then one immediately makes a beeline towards me. She said, sir, would you like something to drink, some water? I was like, you know, it is actually a little hot outside. I'm kind of parched. Like, I'm a little parched. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me go and get a little something to wet my whistle. That'd be nice. Like, you know what I mean? I go over there. I'm like, let me get this. Like, right here. I'm shopping, whatever, right? I come back. I don't even try it on. I come back. I got a little handful. I turn around. I see the boss over there just kicked up over there with a glass of champagne. Like, I'm like, how you get the strawberry, though? What the shit? Like, how you got the... Like, anyway, I just thought it was interesting because the vibe shift, like, you know what I mean? When it's like, when you see, when people, and I started to understand that, like, you know what I mean? Because it's all tied in my head. It was just random. I just thought it was interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what's up. So yeah, 6-day work week. We'll be keeping tabs on this, where people in America are fighting for 4-day work weeks. What a time to be alive. What a time.
4-day work weeks, though. I mean, we already said our opinions on that, though.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to get into that.
So, but I thought they just kicked it up a notch. They were like, no, we just go. Okay, you going? He's like, you going light? We going heavy.
Yeah. You going zig? We going zag. Like,
all right, cool.
Hey, good luck.
Ew.
Good luck.
But,
they trying to get that money. They want the Olympics or something.
The Olympics. Oh yeah, that is coming up.
Yeah. Check get that money. Brings in a lot.
Oh shit, that is the topic too. That's the topic too. The Olympics start in less than a month. I was so surprised when I saw that. I was like, is it?
Yeah, it's creeping up. Summer Olympics.
Summer Olympics. Oh shit, we have Summer Olympics?
Yeah, there's summer and then there's winter. And then winter's where they do the skiing and all the other.
Yeah. I feel ignorant. I really thought there was I really thought it was one
just one day.
Time. Yeah, the basketball was and the all this was all at one time.
Because I always put that the season in the like small font. You just see Olympics and it'd be like Olympics. Okay.
Yeah. No, I really don't watch the Olympics though. To be honest with you, I pretty much just watch highlights. When they tell me about the Olympics, they're like, okay, boom, I check the highlights. America got 3 goals. I'm like, then we watch the ones we got the goal. Like we don't watch.
Yeah.
But me personally, what it says, you said, are we going to watch? Me personally, probably not.
For sure.
I will be checking for the highlights though for basketball, of course. Because I think I'm going. Would say what else?
Anything else? Just basketball.
I don't have a real definitive list of what they have in the Olympics, so I gotta actually check.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird shit too. So.
I'm really into ping pong, so like I would love to see ping pong. I know this.
Especially table tennis. That ain't bad. That's some action. That's some action, man. Okay, for sure. You're gonna catch the highlights.
Yeah, highlights definitely. I would actually. It's so weird. I'll catch a highlight of a basketball game, but I'll actually watch a whole ping pong game. Isn't that weird?
There's a lot more action in ping pong.
Oh, hello. but I'll say I'll watch a whole game of ping pong though, but I won't watch a whole game of tennis.
There's a lot more action in ping pong.
Hello. Okay, let's make sure we're on the same page because I was like, that's where it's at. Like, yeah. But are you? What is your thoughts and views on the Olympics coming up?
I love the Olympics. I don't watch like the whole thing. I like watching the opening ceremony. I like watching everybody come out. I like watching people like see the little like each country go to a little section. They play their little song. They come out. I love watching that with fireworks. That part's cool. I love that. But I don't watch like mad events. However, this Summer Olympics, I'm really excited. And it's because breaking is in it.
Wait, what?
B-boying and B-girling is in this Olympics. Yes, sir. We have made it, baby. We have fucking made it. Yes, sir. And you know where the next Summer Olympics is going to be? LA. And you know what's going to be in that? B-boying and B-girling. Yes, sir. So, the only reason I'm bringing this up, because again, I
That'll make a motherfucker go to the Olympics.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I might have to get out there.
That's like a
Cross. When you out there, Cross.
What? Hold on, I'll go. And you know what's crazy too? Because do people go to the Olympics like that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
But that's the
I
whole.
don't be hearing about it.
That's why I was saying about Greece. Like when they have that event, all these people come in, their families for their kids doing the Olympic. Like,
Okay, that's true.
it's a moneymaker. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, it's gonna be lit, fam. It's gonna be lit.
I gotta get a bar of that. When is that? You said Summer Olympics? That's this
Summer Olympics every 4 years. So if it's this year, it's gonna be 2028 in LA.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm getting my tickets.
Yeah, 2028 in LA. This year's in Paris, but this is the first year that breaking's in it. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously,
So,
fix it, make it
so
better.
it's breaking. So breaking's this year, but it's gonna be in Paris.
Yes.
Well, I'll watch. So I'm gonna watch this year.
See, that's why I just wanted. I had to just put this out there because I'm like, I was trying to get into some crazy Olympic shit, but I just wanted to like throw this out there because we come from the culture. We come from breaking. We come from b-boying.
Gotta support them.
I was a little upset at first. I was like, why the fuck they calling this shit breaking? But I was like, they can't call it b-boying and b-girling gold. It has to just be breaking women.
Yeah, because b-boying is all the elements. Yeah,
or no, or b-boying is specific to a male. You know what I mean? You can't call the girls b-boy girl division. It has to be, so breaking just makes sense, right? You just say breaking men, breaking women, instead of like.
And they say b-boy, b-girl.
It just wouldn't make sense. That's not how they do that shit. It's like boxing. It'd be just like box. I don't know. It don't work. Anyways, Olympics coming down. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's it.
I've been watching some of the qualifiers around the world, watching a few b-boys and b-girls try to get their last spot for their country. 2 per country, per gender. So 2 dudes, 2 ladies, repping each country.
Who got representing us?
Oh, I think I want to say Morris, but I don't think it's Morris. That is so wild. Breaking Gravity almost made it. Anyways, just check it out. It's in about a month.
That's insane.
And that's a big move for hip hop.
Yeah, it is.
Hip hop is in the Olympics, legitimately, fam. So,
that's big. Salute the culture, man. Salute.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody.
It's a big month for the culture, man. The Kendrick and now this, like, come on, man.
We're keeping it moving. Yeah. So about a month out, we'll probably keep y'all posted. I might even see if we can do some like live reactions to some of the events. Who knows? It depends on what time because it's in Paris, but we'll see what's up. We love that and we support it. And you might know for sure we'll be at the LA one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm at that. I'm at that bit. I'm buying my ticket.
4 hours away.
You can call me now. Yeah.
I think that train's gonna be done too, so I can get out there quick. Oh,
what's the ticket hitting for right now? Like what, 15? No, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. I'm there. It don't even matter. It really
is happening.
It's one of those things.
If I gotta rent a car, I'll rent a car.
They have the nerve to give me a 3-year head start too on the information too. Oh no.
And LA's not gonna be the first one, so they get the king sign on this one. Oh, yeah,
nice. We don't get the beta.
Yeah,
nice.
You get the iPhone, not the iPod. Okay,
okay. Yeah, I love that when they came out with the iPhone and the iPod. I thought that was dope. I was like, why is everybody buying that? It was like because it's like the iPhone, but like without the phone. And I was like, that's what I said.
Hella serious. That's what I said though.
That's why would you buy that thing? Why would you buy the phone? I want the phone.
Ain't got that much space, bro.
Oh, worse.
But that was that era when we was downloading mad music.
That is true.
We had no space, Sam. You needed a special thing just for your music. Because that is shit from download, son.
I used to be hella mad. That's one of the big things. I remember every time I used to lose my phone back in the day, I'd lose all my music and I'd lose all my music. Well, actually lose my music and then I would lose the music. Like, I just got to download everything and I got to write music all over again. I used to be hella mad. That shit was that person. Yeah, that shit was super weird. Now they got iCloud and apps that just go to your other phone, sync as soon as you like. Oh my God, dope.
It's like, who is? Oh, I got all your stuff here. It's like, oh, damn. So yeah, man. Shout out to Olympians. It's a lifelong journey for most y'all, and it's a big deal in a lot of other countries. Some other countries like Korea, if you get a gold medal, you don't got to serve in the military or do mandatory-ish. So,
Oh wow, that's dope.
big up to y'all. Good luck to everyone, and we'll be watching the B-Boy shit for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Do we care about the Oakland? Do we care about the Oakland Mayor in crisis? How the lawyer top aide is jumping ship after that fiery speech that she made. First off, did you even see the speech?
Nah. I heard about it.
Yeah, she doubled down and stood on business. Like she was like very, like I said, fiery. That was the word they used. She was.
That's what people were saying.
Yeah, she was sad. She was very adamant about pleading her innocence, and it's a witch hunt, and all the catchphrases, words you want to use or whatever. Like, and I don't know. That's all I always say. That's all. Come on, fam. It's like every time, fam. Like it's always.
We've seen this. We've seen
Yeah, it's like every time. Like from the ditties to the whatever. It's like, you know what I mean?
To the Superman.
Songs to the from everywhere to the hangers, from everywhere. They always starts off with, "This is a fallacy." This is completely a witch hunt. Like I'm denying these charges. Denying these charges. Like
As you should.
I know. I'm like, duh. It's the FBI. You should deny this shit. It doesn't look good if you say I did it.
If you said I did it, or you're not denying it, you're just getting out of the office right now.
Yeah, I'm like, you lose all your leverage.
Like right now.
Right?
If you deny, you can get out later.
Right.
You sit in that seat a little longer.
I thought it was dope how her lawyer was like, "Oh, okay, so this is your strategy about fighting this case." I'm good. Like,
She probably gave her some advice and she didn't listen.
the lawyer's a dude. I can't remember his name.
Or he probably
But he said, "Thank you." That's pretty much what he said in a roundabout way. But in the most political way you could say it, he said, "We have different strategies about going about this case, so I decided to excuse myself from the further proceedings." I'm like, "Oh, that's player."
Hell yeah.
Pretty much what you're trying to say. She don't listen. All right, bet.
She don't listen. She pays me to advise her. She don't listen.
Right. Okay, bet. So I bet he was like, okay, yeah.
I ain't gonna make money somewhere else.
Right? It's some easy money. Some easy money. Like when people listen to me and everything and pay me for my job, and you know what I mean? Like how much do we talk about how much peace of mind is valuable? Like exactly. So if it's so priceless, it's like you're seeing how much of a headache this is already going to be from a distance. And then you got a client who is just gonna outright not even listen to you. You're like, you know what, man? Like, I'm not even hurting like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
we ain't even in court yet.
No, I was just looking at my bank. Like, that's one of those things where you look at your bank account, you check your mental state, and you're like, you know what? I'm good right now. I
got this.
I can bounce back, or I could toggle something else, or flip something, or dive into this, or maybe I'm just good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But because I'd rather protect this, like right now, like, you know what I mean? Because she ain't like. Cause after that speech, I was like, yo, what he said? I demand the FBI show me the evidence that they have for the reason they came in my house. I was like, they showed a judge. Like,
I'm like, you'll see it.
They got the warrant. Like,
you can demand it. You'll see it though, just not right now.
They gave you the warrant. They served you the warrant actually at your actual location. That's what they have to do. It's legally required. They serve you why they gave it. But
she probably didn't
legally binding.
She gave it to her lawyer. The lawyer's like, I read that paper.
Yeah. They got you.
They got you. She's
like, it's crazy. It's funny too because they showed like the general consensus of the community, and the community is pretty much just they're tired of her and they want her out of there. But the thing is, though, like I don't think it's just the community's tired of her. I think they're just tired of their circumstances and their situations, like, and they want it to change. And they think maybe getting her out the office is going to change that by getting somebody else in there. And I think there's just more of a systemic problem than just her, like, you know. But she ain't helping. She ain't doing no favors. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. It didn't help because let's be real. When she did go into office, the murder rate did skyrocket. Like, I think it was that not tripled. I don't know what the number is, but it went from like 90 a year to 130 a year. Oh, that's insane.
Yeah. Was that like
I don't know what the
30%, 35%?
Yeah, I don't know the percentage on that, but like that's insane though. Because I was like, yo, it's looking spooky out here.
And then she had to get that new police chief, right? They just
Yeah,
it's a mess. It's a mess.
yeah, everything's a mess. Everything's a mess. Like they needed this. Like it's funny too because the FBI has been threatening to come in and just like we finna just clean the whole house, like and just get something started all over again. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I've never even seen that in life before. I swear.
Same.
Like we gotta fire the whole staff and because all y'all into something. Like,
Right.
damn.
Sound like what happened in Rome or some shit. They should burn that whole bitch down and start over.
Sodom and Gomorrah, like, nah, we gotta burn all this down. Like,
All down, we'll start over.
Yeah, because this just got way out of hand.
Like, this ain't working, dog. We let y'all rock, but this ain't working.
Right. We tried. You asked for some independence. We gave it to you. Okay, now look. Now we gotta come clean this up.
Now I got a mess to clean.
Right. Speaking of mess to clean, that also is a great segue to the other topic that I had when where it was right here. Where was it? I had it right here. Oh,
Supreme Court?
nah, it was the homeless camp situation.
Yes, Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. Yeah, the Supreme Court. Exactly. Yeah, the Supreme Court is ruling cities may enforce laws against homeless encampments. Now I was like, yo, that is in San Francisco. It started in California, which is the Bay Area as well. So I thought that was dope. I feel like not dope. Sorry. Let me take that back. I said, choosing my words very more carefully. They're inching toward the criminalizing of the same people that they made homeless and mentally ill in the first place. Like, so I thought it was interesting. So I'm just looking at a string of progressing things that are happening. Like they got the towers coming up in LA. They got these houses they're trying to do. But now, like, if they make it illegal to be homeless, it's like, remember the first thing I said last time? I said it's starting to feel a little like encampment-ish, like a little slavey, like where they're trying to go with it. Like I'm just looking at little steps here. Like we got the little encampments. I mean the towers we're building, and we got this place for you. And guess what? Now being homeless is illegal. We raised the prices on everything, and then actually lowered the prices that you make at your job. Now you can't do anything. Now you're homeless, and now we made it illegal to be homeless. Like, but now we got somewhere for you to be, like over here with your group of people. Like I'm just noticing, because I said it like I want to say like maybe 10, 15 episodes. I'm noticing, but I'm just watching little pieces here and there, Like I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the signs
What was your thought? What was your thoughts of that?
I mean, it makes sense that like y'all are just trying to tackle this problem. From what I read, California's got a third of the country's largest homeless population, and that makes sense because y'all have the nicest weather. So if you're going to be homeless somewhere, weather conditions matter and help. So all that kind of logic aside, man, like I agree with you, man. This is a slow trot along that has been happening for a long time. I'll just say something mad simple that hopefully could just kind of like put some of the jigsaw pieces together. When you go to get an ID, you need to have an ID as a resident, right? You don't have to have a license, but an ID, right? Swear on those IDs it has your name and address. If you don't have an address, can you get an ID?
Yeah,
So if you don't have money for a P.O. box.
Everybody got money for a P.O. box. Everybody got money for a P.O. box.
What if you're homeless?
Homeless don't got money for a P.O. box.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've heard it's hard to get some P.O. boxes in certain cities because they're packed. They don't got many left. You got to be on the waiting list.
Maybe.
So
you're probably right. I wouldn't know.
I'm just saying, like, because I looked into try to get one a long time ago, and they're like, "Oh no, you should go to this city." I'm just like, "Yeah, we're on a waiting list." I was like,
"Oh wow,
oh okay." Back where you used to kind of work, when I used to see you at work. that area. They was like, oh no, I'm gonna go to this other one. We got a 4-month wait. I'm like, what? Yeah. So, but then again, whatever. My point being, like, that's just for me. That was always one thing where I was just like, well, if you got stopped by a cop in a park, they're gonna ask for your ID. You can't have an ID if you don't have a house or an address. Like, I was always just kind of putting those pieces together. Like, this ain't. Y'all really ain't mess with these homeless people. There's no other alternative for these people because I would think you'd want to give them some kind of ID so we at least know who they are.
Well, to be honest with you, though, I have been in situations, obviously, with the police. If you don't have your ID on you, they can still identify you with your name. You don't really need an ID.
I mean, especially if you're in the system. But if you're not in the system and you're just kind of like, you moved here from Nebraska, because you're like, yo, weather's here better. I'm gonna be homeless here. All right, but it's interesting. It's just that for me. I'm just saying that was one of the small loopholes I always just noticed. I was just like, they really don't be fucking with these homeless people because.
But to be honest with you, though, like that's not really a loophole though because they give homeless people and stuff free IDs and then vouchers for them to go to the DMV and get free IDs and shit like that. And they actually tell them that they can use the county for their address, so they can.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, unfortunately, like that's the low. That's actually a thing they can do.
Okay,
they have options. Like I was saying, like that's what's kind of messed up about the whole situation. Remember, I told you I came from a situation where like I had to go through a lot of things, like So it's like, so when I be having my attitude sometimes towards certain people, I'd be like, yo, you guys just didn't try sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's really just that. Like, because everything you're saying, like they would have said that too, like to the police. Like, oh, I know I'm homeless. Like, and the police officer would be like, oh, that's crazy. Well, use your name. But like somebody who's been through the situation, I know that. Like, no, you can go get one. Where you go get your food stamps, like where you getting the free food at, go that next door right there and pick up that one little piece of paper and take your ass to the DMV. They give you a bus ticket. Free. You can go to the DMV, like stand in that line. You know what I mean? Use their address. Like, I mean, you have the option. You just gotta just move. Like, I mean, that's it. It's crazy. Like, people choose not to do things. Like,
oh yes,
it's just what it is.
For sure. People definitely don't want to take some shots on
it. And then they want to hit the woe is me. Like, they just made this happen to me like this. It's just they're doing it to me. I'm like, who is they? Like.
There's always a thing, man.
Oh, and everybody's conspiracy theorist. That
everybody. There's always a day.
And you know what though? I do it too though. I'm guilty of it. I think we're all guilty of it. Like sometimes I just be like, they plotting on me. Like they. Oh, yeah. They hating on me. I'm like, you okay? So you're telling me you?
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about earlier with the car.
Yeah. Oh no, they's out there now. Over there, there's a they over there.
I'm talking about the Tesla being in front all the time.
Oh
that's a they. That's a they moment. That's why I was like, I don't subscribe to that kind of thing. Try not to.
Totally don't. Crazy too, because I really love that Cybertruck too. Now I can't do it. I am be recording in my car while I'm just driving. I don't care. What if I'm picking my nose or something?
They got it on film, HD.
That's crazy. 4K, 6K. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yup. Like if you hit the horn and it can tell it's pretty like violent, cameras automatically kick in for the front, back, inside. Like
there's all kinds of stuff.
For an accident type.
Okay.
All that kind of shit, man. That's why I'm like, can I check a box to say I want this or not? Does it have to be standard? Right.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because the biggest issue I had, right, and maybe I'm just paranoid, but my issue is those cars, the new ones that do the electric start and stop, whatever the hell that is. Like, when you go to the light.
Yeah, the alternator.
And the thing just cuts off real quick and then it cuts back on with. And I always kept thinking about, right? I don't know if you've been on YouTube, my algorithm is different. I don't know if you've seen it on your algorithm. But they always have this like young nudie song or something. It's like da 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 da, like it's crazy. And it's like what up? Like, and it's always like a shootout, right? But it's always somebody caught lacking in his car, right? Or some weird, or like, just lacking somewhere, right? And I always thought like, yo, what if you at the red light, right? And somebody just runs down on you and like you got that thing, you're like, and then you can try to get away. Like, no, you already dead. Like, that's crazy. I don't want that on my car. Right. I want to I don't want no electric car in case somebody doesn't like me enough to try to stop my life. Like that's just not. They got too much opportunity to get the drop. I thought that was too crazy. Nah, that's why I was like, nah, that's crazy. They do that all. I could wonder what that was because I don't have an electric car. So I was like, so I had to look that itch up. I was like, they just starting and stopping. Like that's too much time. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna need like in a crucial situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I'm not with that. Speaking of,
but that's to make the alternator last longer. That's why they do that. They're trying to like.
It's replace mine. Nah, I'll just replace mine.
Yeah, but yeah,
alternators are cheap too.
they're cheap, so they don't have many of them left. Well, that's what happens when you have a car after a while. But yeah, but I know I agree. I don't know. It's always weird when I pull up to a light and some dude pulls up and his car turns off. I'm like,
yeah, I didn't know what it was. I kept hearing a noise for this. I'm like, that sounded like his car is off. I was like, I don't know why his car would do that. I just didn't know. I just didn't notice. I kept hearing it, and I was like, wait a minute, because a different car doing it. I'm like, well, I'll Google this. Why?
It's a new feature. Yeah.
It was like, well, we saving gas and we saving this, and I'm like, well, I need something that's gonna save my life. Turn that shit off.
Yeah, that should be something you should be able to toggle on and off as well. Too.
Yeah, hell yeah, that should definitely be a feature. But how do you feel about Pop Smoke's Killer being free and moving around? Well, I think it's not gonna be free for too much longer. I think, yeah. But anyway, how do you feel about just that was a short time, wasn't it?
I don't know, man. I got nothing to say. I'm gonna just step out the way, dog. Because I don't even have any interest in this. This ain't the first time we see somebody's killer be free, a la Keefy D. Like, I mean, what are we talking about here? So tell me more. His killer was already convicted and let go, or what?
Yeah, he was part of a group of people. He was the youngest person in the group. He was only 16, 17 at the time. There was some other adults that were involved as well. They are still in jail. They got a lot more time to go. But he got juvenile life because he was 16 at the time, which is so he had to go to a juvenile hall, some facility, or maybe CYA for 5 years. And he turned 21 and was released. So, man, he did fine.
I mean, and that's why we know a lot of folks use youngins for crimes.
Exactly.
So,
I think he's on his way back to jail, though, unfortunately, because I think they're worried about his safety, and he cut his ankle monitor off, so they're on the look for. He's on the run right now, anyway. So I've been home for 3 days, so he's on his way. Now he's on his way to regular prison because now he's 21. So
exactly.
So I don't know. The whole thing's sad to me in the first place because he was a person who pretty much just got convinced to throw his life away. Like, somebody told him, hey, you can get a couple dollars for this. Like, and he went there and he did what he did the time for it. And now that's forever going to be what he's known for. And people are really upset about that still. So now his life is forever in jeopardy. Like, and you're 21 years old with no life skills, no social skills, no job skills, no education really. And how are you going to support yourself, or live? Like, I mean, that's you start life with a very big deficit. So I just thought that was interesting, like, because one older person talked you into committing one act, like, and now you got to spend the rest of your life trying to figure out how to come out from under that act. It was interesting because that's one thing my grandmother used to always tell me a long time ago. She said it only takes 1 second for you to reach your hand out, but it takes like a lifetime to try to recover from that mistake. And I did, of course I never listened, but now, like, seeing other people do things like that, like, when you can see it as an adult now, you're like, oh, when you're younger, like, okay, it's easy to get talked into things because you don't know, like, so that's why I say, like, as an older person, it's our job, our duty to be there to tell somebody, hey, yo, you messing up right now, man. Like, and I know, like, with the new generation, they always say, oh, you hating, OG, you hating. And I'm like, no, I didn't say your drip was off. I didn't say you had no money. I said your actions right now are off for your lifestyle. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, that's what I'm talking about. And everything else, that's not hate. That's just life skill. Like, if I get you outside, I'm like, hey, you should be at home studying. Like, you should be at home. It's 2:00 in the morning and you 15. and you outside smoking weed, like, I'm pretty sure your ass should be at home studying. Like, I should say that. Like, as an OG, I should say that. I shouldn't be like, yo, where the weed at? Like, no. Like, and that's what the other OGs are doing now. They're like smoking with them. They're like, I'm like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Like, so I gotta disassociate myself from people of bad character, and you know what I mean. So that's why
For sure.
it's just interesting when I see people do that, like, because I was raised in a different generation where we had like the proper OGs that were like, yo, don't do this, don't do that, like, and if I didn't have that, I probably would have been worse in my endeavors that I went through, like, you know.
And that's kind of how you knew which OG was good or not, right? You listen to one OG, he tell you to do something, and you're like, hey, this dude almost have me do some dumb shit, or he didn't even think my shit through, so I ain't fucking with him no more.
But you don't.
Okay, this OG. You know what I'm saying? But you at least listen and try to take that advice, but then you know, okay, hey, I ain't talking to Frank about this. You talk to Jeff, though. Jeff always puts me on the right path. That's kind of just was how we also learned with who we had as OGs, elder statesmen, etc.
I'm saying some people don't have those same situations where they can go bounce from one to the other. Sometimes they just have one that's bad, and then he just tells you all the dumb crash out ish, and then you go do it, and then now your life is just over. Like, you don't get to go, you know what I mean, go fix that and then come back and talk to somebody else. No, you're doing time now, or your life is over. Like, a lot of people don't get to come back and be like, oh, let me just talk to Jeff now instead of, such and such, because that's just not how it works.
I guess, man. I mean, if you got blind faith or blind loyalty, yeah, that makes sense. Just like, yo, that's my man's and that's only my man's, but I just can't.
That's how these young people are nowadays.
I'm saying it. For me, it was just different because I had to move a lot, so I've had to just find a new OG.
Me too.
Like, hops out of the military, I had to find a new OG. This OG is horrible. This OG set me on the right path. Okay.
Right.
2 years later, we moving again. Gotta do it all over. So that's why for me, I get you, but I ain't trying to act like I know what these youngins is going through. But what you are saying though is spot on about, like, anything that isn't praise is hate,
right?
And that's unhealthy, because if it's gonna be so black and white, that's why we're at where we're at. Like, if you ain't messing with Trump, then you're a Biden. It's like, no, I can I not like either? Or like can I be somewhere in the middle? And that's where a lot of that is gone. Like, context is it's becoming a specialized skill and thing to, like, know how to do is read the context. And some people just can't do that. And that's why you just go, oh, you hating. It's like, no, I'm not hating. I'm actually just trying to tell you, like, yo, bro, if you did this, if you brushed your if you floss before you brush your teeth, you're gonna brush in between those gaps you're making. Bro, you hating, bro. Okay. Brush your teeth first, then floss after. Go ahead. Like, it ain't the end of the world. I'm just trying to help.
Right.
But you hating. And so it's like,
right, I'm hating.
Right? It's like, all right, cool. Like, if you have no range for accepting anything that you just weren't ready to hear, or you didn't expect to hear, maybe didn't want to hear,
right?
It's different. And of course, we're from a different generation. Right. I felt we're from that generation where it was like, we didn't like it, but we'll go sit on it. like, fuck that, dude. But you sleep on it.
Yeah,
the next day you're like, all right. Yeah, it's kind of fuck homeboy.
Right.
like,
I don't like how he said it, but he was right though. So it's kind of fuck. It's
like kind of fuck. Yeah. It ain't up, but
right, it up, but it's fuck. But fuck that.
Like that shit, right? But at least we would let the information get in.
Right.
Right. Where these days it's like, nah, you can't even let that in. Is blocked. That's negative.
Right.
That's hate.
I've been watching a lot of this newer generation though, the entitlement, the just the ignorance though, and it's crazy. I've never seen so many people be like, not all the young people, like not a lot. I'm just saying a lot of people we see on the internet, like, here he goes. That's not real people, really. That's just what we get to. That's presented in our base, like an algorithm. But I'm just saying a lot of the youth though, they've been seeming like a lot entitlement. A lot of entitlement. A lot of ignorance, like, and but really, it's weird to be ignorant and arrogant at the same time. It's weird. I be watching it. They're like, yo, I know everything, but I don't. Like, They don't like it's crazy. So I don't know. I've been noticing like it's just what's going on. Like you know what I mean? Because they just I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. With them having that type of attitude, that's what makes it so easy for them to fall for the stupid traps by the OG, like by the so-called OGs, and they say, "Yo, youngster, do this and get this," because they think they know it all, like, but they don't know, and then so it's just interesting watch. It's just interesting watching, like,
Yeah.
that's why, like, I always say it takes a community, like, you know what I mean, like, if you see something wrong with somebody, like, we all should be trying to help somebody. Like, we come from that generation where, like, what you did in the street will beat you home, like, you know what I'm saying, like if I did something at 9 years old, like by the time I came home, I'm running home because I'm trying to get away from it. Like I get home, grandma got the belt in her hand. Like, yeah, they called. Yeah, they told me. They saw you. So I was like, oh, so like, we need to bring that type of ish back.
But then everybody's like, don't yell at my kid. Don't talk to my kid.
Don't hit your kid. That's what they say to do.
To be like, yo, don't be talking to my kid. Like, you tell me. It's like, well, if you're not giving them jewels,
right? You're not giving no bars.
Like, am I supposed to give you the bars and you're gonna give them the? Like, I doubt it. Especially when you're already mad at me. Like, you ain't gonna listen to what I have to say.
Yep.
So it's like, all right. So yeah, it's a weird situation.
All I know is that's
lost.
Yeah, that's true though. Like, because like people don't want to be criticized about their parenting. That's a very sensitive. That in politics, man, parenting, that's right next to it. Yeah, that's right next to it. Religion, parenting, and politics. That's pretty much where people are drawing lines in the sand and standing on it. Like immediately, like as soon as you bring it up, they already got they line, they're ready to die, a hill they're ready to die on, like for sure. So I try to like keep it really light and things like that. Like that's why like I try to keep people and me away from other people, my children away from other people. You know what I'm saying? Like
as best you can.
Like, yeah, like I'm like, man, look, just do y'all and you just be cool where y'all be cool at. So funniest thing in the world though, man, I felt so ignorant. The more I read our docs, the more we start doing this this little adventure we got going called Block Giants.
Hey.
The more ignorant I feel that and I feel it's a fact. And it'd be little things too. Like sometimes it'd be the topics. Like, you know, oh, I didn't know that was going on. Or I'm like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it'd be just little things. Like this man said, climate protestors recently painted Stonehenge. I'm like, we got climate protesters?
Oh yeah, we've been talking about them.
I'm like, we got them niggas.
When that Tesla factory, when that shit blew up, when they blew up that power grid, that was some climate people.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, man. That's kind of why I brought it up. Is just because we've been touching upon different aspects of these people and how they act.
The same group?
Nah.
Okay, because I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the video, I ain't gonna hold you. I was in shock when I actually saw this whole topic. Like, because first off, it was Stonehenge. But when I saw the video though, they were like grabbing this fool like that. I was just shocked. Like, no, stop, please. Like, I've never seen that before. Like, somebody really trying to like rescue some shit. Like so I wasn't really a fan of what they're trying to do to give us the message. Like,
yeah, how they're giving.
Yeah, how you present the message is horrible. Like, how is defacing? How do you be about the climate and the earth, but deface things on the earth? Like, you know what I mean? To prove your point. Like, it's kind of like oxymoronic. It doesn't make sense.
Like starting a fire and blowing up a transformer for the Tesla plant to not have no power.
Yeah.
It causes fire, messes up the ozone layer.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, man.
So I don't understand. I don't know who's in charge of their strategies or their marketing. Maybe they got to change their name to like kind of climate protest. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes climate, like sometime it climate. Like, you know what I mean? They should do like, yeah, sometime it climate protest. Like, you know what I mean? Like this week, we're actually going to do something peaceful and protest and we're about doing. But next week is when we're going to turn that sometime off. And then, you know what I mean? We're going to go to start painting things and putting spaghetti on the Mona Lisa. Like, you're like, yo, I'm glad they put a fake in the fucking, I'm glad they put a fake in the museum. Can you imagine somebody just walk over there and say, boom. And they said they're all defiant too. Like,
yeah. Or no, and chain myself to the thing, so
yeah, I'm like, yo, like,
can't take me away right now. I have to sit here.
You know, as a black person, I just look at that and just I am just amazed at what some people can do. Like,
Can do. Yeah.
like I'm just like, and they say there's no real superhumans on this planet, but black people, we've seen some real superhumans. Like all them January 6 people, they like the X-Men. Like they got superpowers. So,
Yeah. That's X-Force.
yeah, for sure, definitely. They
Like, oh, they killed a bunch of people. Who was that? Oh no, they're okay. They're allowed to do that. That's fine. That's fine. That's X-Force. They're fine. Oh, word? The X-Men's doing peace. Yeah, that's X-Men. This is X-Force. X-Force is allowed to kill. They're contracted. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, what? Like, what?
I'll tell the funny though. I think I was one of the only people that be watching like these Avengers movies, and like I'll see like the Hulk like throw somebody through a building or fly, and I'm like, yo, who's in those buildings?
Right?
Like, well,
They
the
clear it
debris be
out?
falling. Yeah, like who's the debris be falling and shit. Like, who's on the ground? Like, and those cars get. Nobody saying nothing about like. I think they had like one part of the movie one time when nobody was liking the Avengers for a second, and they were like, "Yo, you be blowing up stuff," and I'm like, "That's the only time you guys care. You guys been doing this, like,
Right?
you guys been. I'm surprised the cities aren't leveled, like, they be having wars like all the time, like how fast they fix this shit? Like, it's just these motherfuckers be going through it.
Real.
I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Like, look, I'm saying, just look at the first scene of the Loki fight.
Oh,
Loki first get. Yeah, just that one. Just like, I mean, when they first came, or, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. Like, just that fight. Like, you're like, bro, that city should be out of here. They should be still trying to fix that city from that. Like, they should. For real.
Still.
Right?
Phase 5.
But, you said, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was bull. I don't like how they just started to do all that
Spray
stuff.
painting it?
Yeah, that's not it, man. They got to get a different marketing strategist. Like I said, I messed with the message. I'm with the message. Like I said, we just spent 20 minutes talking about how unusually hot it's been. Like, so we definitely with the message. Like, but like I said, you guys need somebody to do the marketing. Like, you guys got money to do all this weird shit. Why don't you guys like come up with a commercial? Like do something. Like, I don't know. This ain't it. I don't know. Like
Right?
I don't know. This ain't it. Right? This don't even seem right. I'm like I said, when I saw that, even when I read it, I was like, yo, Stonehenge, why would you do that? Like, that's Stonehenge, fam. Like, we don't know what that is. Like,
Or how that got there.
yeah, exactly. Like, we don't. How you know spray painting that right there didn't just doom your lineage for like the next 2,000 years? What the fuck? Like, we don't know what the hell that is. We don't know what's underneath it. We don't know.
Right?
Man,
What if there was like a bunch of like native graves desecrated somebody's? What if those are actual tombstones instead of Stonehenge? What if those are tombstones of people from
Right.
fights from
The
like
giants that were back in.
way back in the day? Like, what if there's 1,000 people buried in each one from a war with whoever? It's like, yo, you just desecrated a grave. You probably just set your whole family lineage with bad luck or whatever you believe in. Like,
Right.
like we don't know, but I love, like you said, man, I love the message. I hate the delivery. I feel there's other ways to go about it. And it just feels lately it's turned into like terrorism, man. I hate using that word, but it's
They're bullying, really, like, with the message.
it's terrorism, fam. Like,
Yeah.
when you take out a whole city's power in Germany and man, that's even if your intentions are good, man, terrorism is terrorism, right? Like,
It's like those people that are losing their life or getting arrested for doing pranks on people. Like,
oh yeah.
they're like, bro, it's a prank.
It's just a prank. I'm filming.
Yeah, they're like, no, but you attacked me.
You violated me.
Yeah, exactly.
You got in my space.
I've been seeing a lot of people recently dying over his content too. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm like, yo, like that one dude. Like, there was somebody recently who was messing with a smaller gentleman in the food court. He's a 6'5", like 250 pound, like younger dude. He has to be like 16, 17, something like that. Don't quote me on the age. Something young, but he was intimidating a smaller gentleman, an older man who happened to be like in his 30s, I want to say, and pretty much just saying like, "That's my food. Give me your food" in the food court. And he's like, no, like he's backing away, like with his bag, just completely just trying to like leave the situation, diffuse the situation. And the bigger dude being the aggressor, So he's trying to reach for his food and grab for his food and try to grab her hair. He just whip out and shoot him. Like yo, I'm in fear for my life now. Like, and he's justified. The police came, didn't arrest him, nothing. Didn't even arrest him. They're like, yo, that we saw the footage. Like, and then the whole time he's like, yo, it's content. Like, no, that's attempted robbery. Like,
Right.
like what you guys are doing, like, and then the other person who lost his life is pretty much the same thing. But like at the end of the day, like, it's attempted robbery. These are actual crimes. You can't say it's a prank. Like just like we always say. I thought this was crazy, right? The biggest thing that's how I know people don't research the law or look at the law. That's why I said these young people are smart, ignorant, but arrogant. Like, you know what I mean? Because like, why would you do a fake robbery prank in a stand your ground state? Like, what? Like, when I heard that in California, that makes more sense. 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, somebody won't be armed. Like, you know what I mean? But in Florida, you guys are doing these pranks in Texas. Like, I was like, yo, fam, like, y'all ain't think this through. That's what I thought about. Like I said, we like the prank is dope. Like, do a prank, right? We like pranks. Like, get a different message. Like, I mean, get a different way to deliver the message. Like, do a different type of prank. Like, I mean, how about a prank and you do a fake job interview? How about that? Let's do a fake job.
I'm just like, yo, everybody can't be Ashton Kutcher, man. Like, he had a team, he had security, he had a lot of things to make sure things didn't get too crazy, and he knew, hey, we need to stop the camera now. Or we need to just stop this here. Oh, we're gonna lose $8,000 on production for everybody. Well, we're losing $8,000. That's what it is. And people these days, it's like, nah, I'm going to the edge with it. I'm gonna go all the way with it, all the way to the edge, and make sure I get what I can get. And I don't think it's fair to just pick people in the world to be part of some little thing you want to do. Without
participants,
without talking to them, I mean, you go to any kind of filming thing, you're signing for your likeness. You're signing so you could be filmed, right? So if I don't know and you haven't had me sign nothing, and that's obviously part of the gotcha, right? You're supposed to do it to people who are suspecting and whatever. But there's got to be, again, context. You got to be able to read the room. There's got to be able to do a lot of things. And if people don't have these skills, this is why Ashton Kutcher hired a bunch of people,
right,
to have these skills, like read the room. And T.I. is getting a little crazy. Let's stop it here. Let's stop it here. Let's get a little nuts.
Yeah, I was tripping crazy. On that. Yeah, I was tripping too.
But they knew, hey, where to go to, and then to stop. Yeah. And that's it. We're going to use whatever we got. We're going to let them know it's over. And it wasn't just like randomly unsuspecting things. Like, people were in on it to make sure it didn't get out of hand. And you can't just be like, it's me and my mans with the camera. Like, no, like, that's not going to cut it, man.
That should be looking crazy. They'd be like, look, he way down there. You see way down there. You're like, nah, you almost died right here, fam. Like, I don't care about that way down there.
It's like, he's down there. I would have seen how fast he is, because he would have came here or he would have left. It's like,
That's courage.
So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that stuff.
Me either. I mean, it's funny see, it's like, weird because like it's funny to watch in certain situations, but then like you're like, yo, like, because there's another group out there I'm not giving them too much like, but they're dope. But they do that's their actual what their channel is known for.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like so they do the fake like gestures and things like that.
So
on the LA streets.
You want some?
Them. Yeah.
Oh, no, you want some? I want you. It's like,
yeah, it's like, yo, like. Y'all in the weirdest area, you know where they're at too. So it's like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, and they're getting millions of views, but hey, like we said earlier, I would pay for peace of mind. Like, I just know, like, me as a black person, I know that I can't go to certain neighborhoods and play that type of prank. Like, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, not at all. I can't look like this and go play no prank nowhere. Like, I can't go in there, but what's up, homie? They're gonna be like, nah, fam, we gonna get you out of here right now. Like, they're not gonna let me run or nothing. Like, nah, because I just look too much like I'm not pranking. Right, but anyway, this content game is so crazy nowadays. Like, cause what do you think about all this? I just didn't see it going to this extreme because I mean, I saw it going to this extreme, but I just didn't think like. I just think people would be like, okay, see one person die, and then somebody else will be like, well, I can do it, and that won't happen to me. And I'm like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. You just watched it.
You shouldn't be doing this to people you don't know or have any kind of relationships with.
Exactly.
Like the jackasses, they did that shit to people in their crew. Bam Margera's beating the shit out of his parents, not some random people. He's beating his parents and his brothers and sisters. Yeah, exactly. But that's why you knew it was okay, because he's like, yo, this family could just disown him or kick him out the house, whatever, right? Like that's the family.
He used to beat his dad's shoulder up, though. Remember that? That shoulder up
all day.
Dad be asleep.
His dad had that
kick the door
good
in. He just kicked the door in. He just started hitting the shoulder.
But it was funny because it was like that was a family issue. It was only going to go as far as the family. It didn't involve
a family issue.
And that's where people are like, I'm not going to do that to my family. And it's like, okay, you're going to just go do it to random people. That's not.
No, that's how you lose your life out here. But I go, shout out Bam, man. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was great, dude.
His dad going on the toilet. He just kicked the door in.
Won't even let
like,
it go.
Bam, stop.
I'm not done.
I'm so sick of this. I was like, so sick of this. This is the last time I promised. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh man, I used to feel for his parents, but they knew after a while. They just knew, like, yo, he's gonna fall out. Right. We just gotta deal with it.
He'll be about some. Like, I'm
that's okay. But you're doing it to random people you don't know,
right?
I guarantee any of those dudes from that show you talking about, if I caught them on their off day and I started pressing them, they probably
might turn around and shoot you too.
Yeah, they probably be the first to shoot somebody. Be like, "Oh, I don't play. I don't be playing, bro."
Yeah. I'm at work when I do that. I'm at work. For real, that's all they'll say.
I know like exactly. I'm at work. Like, where's your uniform? Oh, that little thing with your logo. That's your uniform. Word.
Yeah.
Word.
So
yeah, I ain't here for that. I ain't here for that.
This content situation is crazy because it's just so crazy because like. You can be in danger just doing regular content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to try to sass it up, like, dress it up or nothing. You don't have to at all. You could be in danger. Anytime that you are, especially in today's societal times, like, this silent recession that we're in, like, you can be out there just filming a video for, I don't know, you like to report on trees. Like, you're just out there just going through the city like, oh, these trees have a smaller... Somebody walk by, snatch your camera. Like, in the city right now, like, especially if you're looking soft or something like that, in the wrong area, you don't know. Like, they got the juniper trees over here. Like, you don't know. That's a weird neighborhood. But you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, like, so to go out of your way to, like... it just boggles the mind because, like, you know how we've all come through, especially come through a hip-hop genre. Like, a lot of us come through, like, single-parent households, things like that, and that comes with its own kind of struggles that people go through. So we develop a sort of common sense to things that, like, because we, back in the day, we were latchkey kids. Like, we had to go home from school, walk home, like, go walk to school, like, cook our own food, do the homework, like, everything. Well, until our parents came home from work. Like, those are our deals. So we learned a long time ago not to make dumb decisions that could ruin our life, like, because nobody was coming to save us. Like, we couldn't call nobody. Like, so there was no Ghostbusters, and you can't call nobody. You can't open the door for nobody either. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like we learned, like, hey, if this looks a little dangerous, I'm just not going to do that. Like, so that translates into actions when you become a man. Mm-hmm. So, like, somebody's like, oh, let's do some content. You're like, all right. In your mind, you're not going to be like, let's go prank some people that might kill us. You're like, no, like, you're not thinking that. You're like, let's go do something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, pretty much what I'm trying to say is maybe those dudes who do that weren't raised by a single parent. So, I don't know what I was saying. But first story short, the content ain't that serious. That's what I'm trying to say, though, at the end of the day. Content ain't that serious. But what I have been doing, though? I have been watching a lot of TV lately. I took your advice during the edit situation. So I got to go ahead and just, and you know what I mean? So now we're back to our Risk with T-Bird segment, man. We got some good ones. We got some good ones. But you want to start off by saying Superman and Lois is back this October for the final season?
Yes, sir. They finished. It's wrapped. They already got a date. It's gonna be like October 20 something ish. It's gonna start off last season. We love that show. Big fans. I just wanted to put that out so it's in the air that people know we ready. And it's October, man. It's already filmed. Probably finishing in the final graphics and CGI jug right now, but October it is, man. I can't wait. Hopefully they get that suit fixed.
I know that's as soon as you said CGI, they're finishing the final touches. I was like, man, I started laughing. I started thinking about that suit. I was like, yeah, I hope they did something.
I mean, I got a theory. He's gonna get a good suit at the end.
The final season, you mean the last episode, like season finale?
Sometime during this last season, he's gonna get.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I think he's gonna finally get a good suit, but we'll probably get like 2 episodes with it or something. Like, great, thanks. But we'll see.
I need my man to come through with like, I don't know, something slim fit. Yeah, come through something.
Something a little less cardboardy.
Yeah, you know, something a little less flotation devicey.
Less rigid.
Yeah, come on, man. That's my man, though. Not too much of my man.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, not too much, but very excited as well. So hell yeah, very excited.
Quick shout out.
So you've been on Invincible. You watched season 1 and 2? Oh damn, you slaughtering shit. Okay.
Went through it, could. So yeah, check out Invincible. For those who don't know, Invincible is a TV show based off of a comic book. Comic book is written by Robert Kirkman, who wrote the Walking Dead comics and the Walking Dead show. So if you know Robert Kirkman, you're gonna get everything. A little drama, a little comedy, a little gore, a little everything. But it's a cartoon format. It's on Prime. The voiceover actors, primo. Great people. We got our man J.K. Simmons. Come on, son.
Okay.
Dog. Come on, dog. And then of course we got Stephen Yeun, Glenn from Walking Dead. He's the main Invincible dude.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Sterling K. Williams in there. He
okay.
That's our dude. What was that? American Fiction. Held it down. Yeah. So if you're looking for something that's like chill, you could put this on while you edit. You ain't gotta
watch.
You could pop over when it gets good and be like, all right, it's one of them.
Bet.
But it's good. I've heard great things about it. I just put it off, and I finally got to it. So I just wanted to make sure I gave him some love and show appreciation because it's solid. I think there's going to be a season 3, but the animation's great. It's probably why it takes forever.
Okay.
Because it's animated actually well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if you're into Walking Dead and you like that dude's writing style and his storytelling, it's more of that.
You got any spoilers you want to drop?
I'll just say Omni-Man is like Superman or Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like that dude. And Invincible is his son.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a parallel where it's like Superman, where it's like, is my son going to have powers or not?
Okay.
And then you kind of go through that as he learns and figures that out. And the last spoiler I'll just say is his dad is not the angel we probably assume.
Oh, of course not. That makes sense. That's dope.
Yeah. I would just leave it at that because there's a lot more good stuff and I don't want to ruin it because, again, I just like Robert Kirkman's shit. So check it out. So, but that's Sliders. What is that? I don't remember.
Sliders is so old school, man. It's got, what was his name? Like Jerry O'Connell or some ish.
Oh, shit.
It's like old school. I think I had to be like a baby when the show came out. But it was on like, are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Sliders, science fiction. Tracy.
1995. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I did not catch all this.
You never caught this?
Nah.
This was the one back in the day, but it was about a boy genius and his comrades travel to different parallel universes, try to find their way back home, which has always been my bag.
Okay.
So, which was definitely funny because they started this whole like parallel universe-ish that everybody's into now, but it didn't really get no. I mean, how many seasons they have again? Actually, well, they did like 2, 3.
John Reese Davis. Ooh, man. You got some old school killers in this.
Oh yeah. No, this is one of the ones. Oh, this is one of the ones.
Yeah, this was when I was not at the house watching TV. I was trying to not be in the house around 95. So I missed some of that.
Yeah, no, this was it. This is one of the ones, like old school wise too, just because like, you know, if you're into that sci-fi-ish like I am, and parallel worlds and time travel theory stuff, this was one of them ones. It's a classic. It's still lit to this day. It's still lit.
It still got replay value? Okay. I'll put it on the docket.
It's still lit. Just because like it's old school, but it's like just the theory in itself was just dope. Like how it plays out. I just like it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it's still a TV show. It's still like a love story. It's always about somebody he loves or he misses or something like that. It's always about that. But the concept is great. What was that other TV show that was going on before that? The predecessor, I believe, was Quantum Leap.
Oh,
Scott Bakula.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Like, so that it's kind of funny seeing like
In that
this
lane.
type of topic in its iteration in every generation now. Like I like how it's going because I watched Sliders first because my next show, you know what I'm saying, will make sense. But it's like I said, Sliders. It's one of the ones, man. What was his name? I think it's Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah. Jerry O'Connell,
Okay.
and there's a Charlie O'Connell.
Yeah.
I was in that.
They are. Yeah, that was like I said, it was a dope show. I just remember as a kid, like, you know, that was a dope show because that was ahead of its time.
No, that's what's up, man. There's a lot of these shows I need to catch up on because I'm just, like I told you, man, I wasn't trying to be in the house. And my wife's like, you didn't watch this. You didn't watch this. I'm like,
That's pretty much how I am with. Yeah, that's how I am with my wife. I'm like, you ain't seen that? She's like, I wasn't even in this country. I'm like, that's touche. You're stuck in touche. But let's
So,
get
yeah.
more of this. Like,
so if this still got that replay value, I'll get back to it for sure,
yeah,
man.
definitely.
Yeah, Iranian American director back in the 90s. Okay, they cutting edge.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. They have the black. Yeah, they had the black character. He wasn't bucking and shuffling. Like, it was dope. Like, it was in the 90s, bro. That was big, bro. Well, yeah, he had a little swag with him too. Like, he was player. Like, come on.
Actually,
man,
let him be normal. Didn't make him be like the black sci-fi guy.
I'm like, oh my god,
I don't know what's going on. Like,
like, come on.
ain't
bro. Like,
no black dude from space like that ever.
yeah, exactly. So I thought that was lit. That's crazy how they do black people on TV. That's crazy,
Rembrandt.
especially back then.
They just picked the black dude with the white name, Rembrandt Brown.
They had to make it look good on offense.
Yeah. They were like, since he's black, can we just have the name and the credits look white?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll pick up Rembrandt. Cool.
There it is.
Compromise.
Exactly.
Compromise.
They won't even. They just say the names of the cast. When they say the name of the cast to, like, you know, the audience, they got to show the people. They got to say starring blah blah blah.
Rembrandt. You're like, oh, okay. Is that white dude that shoots people? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it must be Rembrandt. That must be Rembrandt. Yeah, that must be it. Because that was back in the day we went before Google. Like, what was the fact checking? Nothing. We were just guessing. Like, that's how to be Rembrandt.
Yes. And that was before the DVDs and all that, where you could see the like.
Yeah, you were like, that's Rembrandt.
Oh man, you know his childhood was rough, fam.
Right.
Salute to him.
Oh, right.
Black man named Rembrandt. He didn't have it easy.
No, we
Shout out to him.
Not during that time.
Shout out to him. 'Cause, yeah, if he was already in his 20s and 30s and the 90s, his 80s must have been rough.
70s.
70s as Rembrandt.
But so put me on this Wayward Pines. What's going on? Oh, you on a Hulu hype. Okay. Use that membership. Okay. Use that Hulu membership.
So Wayward Pines, it's a classic. Went back to watch it just to see. And man, it's still pretty good. Not as good as back in the day, but it's not really bad. It didn't age horribly. I didn't know there's 2 seasons, which threw me off. Wayward Pines is a show about a novel or book series.
Oh, it's called that dude from Ozark.
Yeah. This is probably one of his earliest things.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Doug, it is a good sci-fi show.
Is it?
Random question: did you watch Stranger Things? Any season?
Yeah, I watched all of it. I'm caught up.
Okay. Do you like that stuff?
Season 3 wasn't really my bag.
What about season 1 or 2?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think I was just too invested after season 1, so I had to see where it was going to end. That's right. But the movie itself started to really, the whole thing started kind of really to drag a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of things.
Especially when it got old as hell.
Yeah, that part. So Wayward Pines is co-produced by the Duffer Brothers, who made Stranger Things. So this is their early work.
Okay.
Both leading up to Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna get the sci-fi, you're gonna get the scary.
Okay.
You're gonna get that mix of comedy, drama.
Get that on, yeah.
Don't watch season 2. I wish I never knew they had a season 2. It was horrible. And
damn.
Oddly enough, the Duffer Brothers' names is not on season 2, which makes sense why it's really bad. It's really bad. But yeah, I say check it out, man. Terrence Howard's in there. One boy from Ozark. Matt Dillon. It's got
Matt Dillon. That's my man too.
It's in there, man. It's such a twisty, turny show. I can't say much without spoiling it, but I'll just say that there's a town called Wayward Pines. People are trapped there, and you got to learn more about why or what the hell's going on. And you got all those actors I mentioned. You got the Duffer Brothers producing, and then you know who you got exec producing? M. Night.
Oh, what the hell?
This is way back. I'm telling you, this is like starting off some of these people, and I just because I watched it way back then, I didn't know who these fools were, right? But now that we've seen their work, we're just like, oh, this is where they got. This is the best jams. This is their Camden jams.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is before Mighty Four.
Yeah, okay.
It's like,
yeah, that's lit. Oh yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to them. Replay value held up from me. I wasn't sure if it was, but it held up. Again, don't watch season 2. Don't watch season 2. So bad, dog. No kind of continuity direction. Dang. Homeboy be walking with some blood on the floor. Like you see his steps, the next shot is clean.
You're like,
fam, I paused it. I was like, oh yeah, y'all filmed this after. Okay, y'all just okay.
Y'all didn't even care about this. All
right. Y'all made a big deal to make me see his footprints walk. Okay, got you. Cool.
You know what's crazy though? Only like as a content creator now, like, you know what I'm saying? It's hella funny now because now we start noticing, like, you know what I mean? Hollywood kind of got ruined for me in a lot of ways. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, because when I watch it with a different brain. Like, now I'm like, oh, they made a noise. I'm like, that's a transition noise. I'm like, okay, cool. They got okay. That's crazy. He made the drop of water sound for when he's changed the scene to go, okay. I'm sitting there like looking at them like, I think like all the magic out the shit. I'm like, the whole time watching the movie, I was like, yo, how does he do that? Because he sits at the camera angle, you can get 2 cameras and then just do them. Okay. Like, I'm like, yeah, overlay. I'm sitting there, I'm like, the whole time I'm into the scene, they're rewind it. I'm like, hold on, let me go back. What are they saying? What are they saying? So that's crazy.
But that's why directors are mad critical of other movies or shows because they're going to watch it more than once because they're looking at so many things.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the shots, the cinematography, the pacing, the light. They're looking at all these things, fam, and you're just like, oh, no wonder you watched it 20 times. You know what I mean? Where if you're just trying to watch, you're like, oh, watch it, it's cool.
Yeah,
exactly. The story.
Exactly. But also as a creator, also you're looking at the because you want to see the whole thing. Like I gotta watch it. Like remember we talked about it like on the last part. Like that's why I watch TV. Like I only watch TV when I can watch it. Like you know what I mean? Because I want to see every bam, 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 bam. Because I'm watching how it's done. Like, and I know other people that be like, I'm cool. I can just get up and hear it. I'm fine. I'm good for 10 minutes. I can just hear
what it is for sure.
Like no, I'm just like yo, you could just hear it. You just missed it. You didn't hear all that sling, like knives and like you didn't want to see none of that. Like I heard it's fine. I got the gist. People fight. I get back. Like it's cool. Like I'm like, sorry. The person will come back and be like, oh, they was fighting. I'm like, all right, cool. Who won? Him. He's the one who's still alive. Like okay, back. Like, I'm like, you don't want to rewind? Like, no, I'm good. You're like, all right, well, I guess like people watch movies differently.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, like,
Yeah, as a creative, as a guy now that's behind the cameras, you're looking at a lot more now.
I'm looking at everything.
That's why I be nerding out on the TV stuff. I be looking at the writing. I be looking at everything because I'm out here writing. I'm like,
okay, writing scripts and all that. You're also
it's like, yo, I'm looking at all that too.
For real.
And that's why certain shows I know I want to give my full attention to, and some I know I don't have to.
Right.
Or I know I could watch later and get the visual pieces that I want or whatever. Like you can watch things different ways, but there's always something you can learn if you want it. If it's you know what I mean? If you want to learn, right? And that's the thing is we're in this modern day renaissance of like media, so there's a lot for us to learn from. We didn't get that pleasure b-boying to have a lot of video and learn,
right?
And this is our chance,
right? Exactly. Oh yeah, this is dose. Speaking of that, having to take all your like attention, like dark matter. Yo, fam. Remember I told you in all its in all its genres, not genres, in all its generations, I like to see that same type of alternate reality situation type movies and vibes. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Dark Matter, I'm finna drop a gang of spoilers. Like I ain't gonna not like probably like a gang of spoilers, probably, because this shit was raw. And my man said he's not even gonna get Apple TV to watch it, so he has to understand how raw this is. And you guys do it too. And it's crazy because every time you see a movie about time travel or reality phasing, you always know it's finna be really spicy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it starts off with but I'm not gonna start. The premise is the storyline is a guy builds a box back here, and it's very heavily Rick and Morty influence. It was super funny when I was watching. I'm like, it's like an episode of Rick and Morty. Like, but it's funny because not funny, but the story starts off with an engineer, whatever. I guess regrets certain decisions in his life, like they always do in all these type of movies. So he builds a box where he can go to any reality. There's obviously billions of it. It's infinite. So he goes to the reality where he, instead of becoming this engineer, this rich engineer, he decided to become a teacher and have a child with his wife. So I guess in his reality, he didn't have a child with his wife. She got pregnant. He told her to have an abortion, and they broke up type shit. And he became famous, whatever. Well, not famous. He became a rich scientist, whatever.
Okay.
And she went off in her way. But in the other choice he made in the other reality, he was married with her. He's a teacher. She was doing some whatever job, just to work at a lot. I mean, just to get by. They had children. They were happy though. Like, and he was like, I want that. Some grass is greener type ish. Right. So you would think, right? He would just go to his reality, kill him, and then just just live his life. Yeah, right. But see this, and if he did that, there'd be no movie, I guess. But so what he does is he says, you know what? He logically decides that in his head, he's like, you know what? I'm rich in my life. Like, you're poor. Like, so what I'll do is I'll just throw you back in my life and you can be rich because I know you. In your mind, you always wondered what would happen if you chose the other decision. So he thought that's what it was. So cool. So so he throws him back in the box. So now he wakes up in his reality. Mm-hmm. So now he's like, yo, and this dude's over here just having a good old time, having sex with his wife, just hanging out with kids, throwing the ball around, just, you know what I mean? She like, oh, you got frisky last night. He's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Put a little something on it. Like, I'll be like, yo, it's crazy. Like, you know, it's like,
that's a different action.
Yeah, I know. Like, yo, this is wild. Like, you know, this man over here having sex with your wife. Well, on numerous occasions.
Serving,
yeah. Right? So really, it was given for selfish. No, it's real shit though. So he goes back to hit the other dude's reality, and of course he's like, "Yo, I miss my wife. This ain't my ish." Nobody believes him. But then, But then actually, it turns out somebody believes him. Some random dude. Doesn't matter. Short story shorter, he gets back in the box and he's trying to, and he convinces somebody to go with him. So he's trying to get back to his reality. It's some chick, which is great. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's that random chick who's always in those movies. That that co-star chick. Remember, what was that movie? That Will Smith movie where he was the last.
I Am Legend?
There was I Am Legend. Yeah, with zombies.
Yeah.
Remember that chick who was the co-star, like the Latino?
I think
one?
so. Yeah, I think so.
It was her. She's in the movie. She's always that sidekick one that's like, I'm here just to be along, and I don't know. She thought that's her role. They never give her like a major role. Like she's always that sidekick chick. Like
Typecast.
Like, yeah, every time. Damn, never give her a role. Like nothing lead, nothing major. But she's always in all the major movies. She's just always like that role. But anyway, so she's in the box with him, and they're going through all kind of crazy ish, going through different realities, all kind of ish, trying to figure out how to get home. He's got a limited amount of vials, so like, you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So she chooses up. She like, you know what? Look, we got 3 vials. We got 4 vials left. She like, yo, like I found a place that's dope. This place is like Euphoria. It's pretty much a place that I said Euphoria, Utopia. Pretty much, it's like it was a reality where we invented cold fusion in the 50s, and we don't have any wars, and we pretty much live off the environment and the world. It was so crazy, bro. The world was like the same, but the buildings were like less buildings, but way higher in the sky, and it was like way more like nature. Like it was crazy. Yeah. It was dope. It was dope how they just did it. Like,
that's dope.
It was super lit. And she was like, "Yo, I'm Stan. Like, you can stay with me. You can get with this, or you can get with that."
Yeah, with the dust.
Yeah, you feel me? So he was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'll kind of do want to stay type ish. Like, you know what I mean? But that's my wife's thing. Like, you know what I mean? That's my wife's thing. Like, so he comes back. So he's like, I got 3 things left. So what I thought was dope about the movie, about the box itself, the box is controlled. They find out later, the box is controlled. What reality is opened by your thoughts and your emotions at the time of you opening the door.
Oh, interesting.
So that puts a crazier spin on it. Like, so when they're trying to figure out why they keep going to these effed up worlds, like when they keep opening the door, they're like, yo, this world's like, I'm underwater. Like, this world is whole drowning. Like, why? Because you were feeling overwhelmed and, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was crazy. They were going through heck.
That's crazy.
And then, and it was interesting because you see like some other people who were like in the box, because they sent like some people to test it out.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because the people in the other world have no idea what's inside the box. They just know that they open the door, somebody goes in, they close the door, they're gone. It just looks like an actual box to them. It just looks like a box.
Just like some big ass.
Yeah, so we have to
almost like a shed box. But
exactly. Pretty much. Yeah. So you have to take a drug that like actually that opens your mind up to actually see the realities. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
So but the box is the actual thing that can facilitate the realities for your brain to accept it. So it's crazy. So but the rest of the world, they open the door, they just see a box. It's like, okay. They even go inside. There's the box. Soon as the people take that drug, though, and they close that door, the box just stretches out infinitely in this direction or that direction behind you.
Like you're in a hall almost.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like a hall. And then it's just like nothing but doors, like on both sides. And it just keeps going. So it's funny how they always segue back to the other people who like randomly ran through the door. You just see somebody like bleeding coming through a door because he didn't know. They don't know what about the emotional thing.
Connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like you see some people mess up. There was one lady they sent out there. They randomly found her because they weren't even looking for her. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. The person after because sure was playing right. Okay, so this how he made the box right. He sent one volunteer. The volunteer never heard from him again. Don't know where he is. He felt bad about it, so he went in there. And then that was what he told them. He felt bad about it. So he went in there. They never saw him again. then one of his good friends, the engineer who helped build it, was like, "Oh, I feel really bad." So she went in there. They never found it. Nobody came back. So like nobody. So they just know the box is the box. Like, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. So like I said, it was funny because when he finally went back to go try to save his wife, they're going through all the hell the realities and shit. They finally found the random chick who volunteered to go in, and she's so terrified of even leaving where she at. She's like, "Yo, I'm staying right here." It's a real messed up place where she at too. She's like in a it's a different reality, right? So in that reality, on that world, they made a box too, but they opened the box and then somebody opened the door in there and some fucking random crazy like fly thing came out and consumed the whole world. Like they just spread and just killed everything in the entire world. Like, so she's stuck inside the actual facility there. You know what I mean? And she doesn't go outside. She just is eating rations, like fire department rations and shit. And she's just staying right there. She's like, "This is the best thing that's happened to me since I opened the doors. So I'm staying right here. I'm not even trying to find home. I'm going to stay right here." Like, I feel her. Like, if that was the best thing that happened to you, like, I don't know what's going on with her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was great. So, but anyway, short story shorter, he's got 3 vials left. And on the last one, of course, he finally finds his reality. He makes it with the last vial. Dope. Finds Buddy. Kidnaps him. Like, you know, they go through their stuff. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. He fights him off, right? And this is the part that made the movie dope as hell. When he got outside the box, that created more realities. Because now that there's another reality where he got outside the box and maybe didn't go left, right? You know, now there's another reality he got outside the box and didn't go right. Like, so now it's not just him coming back. There's more hims coming back because it's an infinite reality. Now you just now you just create a paradox.
And now that branch split. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even realize that. So he just randomly like beats up on dude, and they're talking now. He's got his hand tied up and everything. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my life back." And all of a sudden, like, and he gets to an accident and he's hit by himself. Another one. Like, he's like, "I thought I just killed you." Like, he's like, "Wait, what?" So it's crazy. He thought it was the original that came back. It wasn't the original. He killed another version of, like, it was crazy, fam. It was crazy. So then I want to say the only reason I thought this movie was crazy lit, how mind-boggling this was when he gets his family back. They're laying low for a night. He's trying to get a sense of how, like, a grasp of like how many people it could be, like what's going on. He randomly just opens his Gmail and there's a link sent to him. And he's like, okay, he opens a link. All the hymns have made their own fucking Discord, like server, bro. There's like 1,000 of these motherfuckers. Like, it's like they call them Justin Destin 26, Justin Destin 28. Like, it's like 1,000 of them, bro. They're like, and he's going down the list. Like, have you seen them today? And the other one's like, yes, he was around the corner with this one. Yes, they were doing, like, it's crazy, fam. Like, and then when he took the kids around, I was like, we can't find them. Where are they at? Who might have the information? Like, they're all like, it's crazy, fam. Like,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. So, like, and then it turns out the only way they get saved is by the actual original motherfucker, the original Rick, the one that was there. That's crazy. The original Rick, like the one who built the fucking shit in the first place, was like, "Yo, my bad, fam."
Number
like,
one.
The one who started all this issue in the first place, like
001.
Like I said, original Rick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was crazy. He was like, "Yo, this is my bad. Like, when I did this, I didn't think it was going to be like this. I just found out. I just realized what was going on, like, way earlier than you." Like, he shoots another one of him. Like, he's like, "Look, just go ahead, get in the car. Just, like, I got you." Like, just
wiping him out.
Yeah, like, I'm like, yo, this is wild. So, no, the show was dope, though. I had to binge watch it because it was raw. I stopped watching The Boys to watch this shit. It was that raw.
I mean, The Boys ain't done, so you got time.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I save myself a week. Save myself a week. Maybe I get 2 episodes then when I come back to it now.
Okay.
But that show was, Dark Matter, like that was the shit. Like, and I'm so glad that you didn't get the Apple TV because I scrolled to the rest of their collection and it was dry. It was dry. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, and that's the only reason I went in depth about the show anyway, because I know you're not gonna watch it, and there is nothing over there that's gonna tempt you to go over there and get Apple. No, there is nothing. Ghost Town. Like they had one sort of the prosecutor with Jake Gyllenhaal. It looked like it might be a little instant, but it's not worth the whole
subscription.
Yeah. I did the free trial, got mine out the way, got in, got out, got ahead, like Hill College. It was everything I needed to be, and I'm good. I don't know if they're gonna make a second season because the season. I'm not gonna tell you guys the season ending. I'm just gonna wait and see if they do. Because I'll be there for that. I'll be back to get next year with another free subscription.
I think they will. I have a feeling they will. That's just been the trend. Look at Shogun. The dudes wrote Shogun to be one season.
I keep forgetting to watch that.
And Hulu was like, no. What kind of bag do you want to come back? Oh, I don't want a bag. We made it this way. Is this bag big enough? No.
Ship it back.
Is this bag
How about
big enough?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they making a Shogun season 2. When
It turns out he didn't die, right? No, what it was.
So yeah,
No, but they used a voodoo spell from his priest, from his hood, like, you know what I mean? So, and then what it was, and once in every 10,000 years, it can be done with certain fruit and flour, like that you need to sprinkle on. Like, oh no, come on, man. Like,
so if this is one of the best things Apple has, they're gonna throw that money at it to keep it going. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna lie. The effects were affected. Like everything about this movie, about the show. I keep saying movie. It was like a movie to me, fam. Like seriously, like
That's what was dope, though.
It was dope. It was like I was like, I can't stop. Like it was lit. Like the whole thing. Like especially when it deal with alternate realities, I love just seeing like the possibilities of things. That's why the show is so dope. Like because I already gave you a lot of spoilers, so I'm not gonna give you any more. But it's like it's just crazy. Like you were saying, when you're going into like other realities and you're just seeing like if I would have made this decision, like my life. Like
that's what we do as humans, just kind of think like, what if I went here? What if I did better at school? What if this is
I mean, there's a whole comic book series called What If? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always think about that. Like, and it's just dope though because you get to see like one decision, how it changes everything. Like, it doesn't have to be big decisions. It could be little decisions. Like, I stopped at the yellow light instead of just gunning it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just that right there changes everything. Like, everything. It's just crazy. I definitely recommend, big recommend. Go watch that, even if you got to get the trailer of the trial, whatever. But just go watch it. Don't stream it. Don't lie about it. You know what I mean? Don't. Yeah, go ahead and you got to do a free trial. Don't stream it or something. Don't. Yeah, make sure you get a little bit of money.
Yeah, we ain't telling you to watch it illegally, but watch it.
Yeah, definitely watch it.
I'll eventually get to it somehow. Don't worry. You know how I do.
Okay. Oh, and what else you got for us? We got the Bear season 3.
Season 3, The Bear, man. I'm trying to.
What happened?
You did a thumbs up. You really?
Ooh. I thought you did that.
Nah, would have popped on.
That's crazy.
So yeah, The Bear season 3 came out. I thought it was gonna be like a week to week, and I actually just checked. They put the whole 3rd season up at once. So I was like, oh, we on. And that's a show I told you early on when we started this. I was like, yo, you should watch The Bear with your wifey.
Yeah.
So season 3, obviously the reviews have been a little more critical. They're saying it's not as great as the 1st and the 2nd season. We get this kind of stuff all the time. I'm not gonna not watch it because of that, but we'll see. So yeah, I didn't get to start that because I didn't realize Wayward Pines had that season 2. So I'm gonna start The Bear season 3 probably tonight or tomorrow night.
Okay.
But it's on the menu. I've been waiting. I just thought it was gonna be a week to week, but they didn't slow roll.
Nice. Can you do me a favor? Just leave it on here so I can get that in there. And I also need the what was the other one you said? Oh, Shogun. I totally forgot about it.
Oh yeah,
Make sure we leave that on there because I totally forgot about that. I was literally looking for something to watch the other day too. I was like, oh, shit.
You can smash through Shogun, dog. Yes, sir.
Right now. I want to say, damn, I guess I got another one. Actually, let me get my quick ones out the way. Sports, because I don't even talk about sports, but I've been watching sports news this week. I thought it was dope. LeBron James' son signs the Lakers. I thought that was very dope for just a basketball, a basketball thing. Like, that's dope. That's never happened. Is Bron? I don't know if he used any of that. What's it called? Any of that influence to be like, yo, I'm not even gonna be here next year if y'all don't bring. I'm gonna go wherever my son goes. Like, because let's be real. Let's be real. His contract is up. He's an infinite now free agent, so he could have been like, hey, where my son goes, that's where I'm at. So I don't know. I think that's dope though. They did whatever he had to do to go play with his son. Like, no, that's lit. Like, you've been in the game so long. Not only you're the greatest at it, now you get to experience it with your child, and like, you know what I mean. Just hope, like, I don't think you're gonna pass the legacy, the crown to him. Honestly, like, I don't think he's that type of dude. You know, sorry, but
The younger one is better. Bryce?
facts.
Yeah,
Facts. But just dope. It's sorry. I think it's just dope that you get to play with your son in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean, you made it to the NBA and you raised your kid and to get to the NBA, and you're like, that's great. That's unheard of. You're breaking records left and right. I don't know what he's gonna do next. So I just want to say that was dope. Christian McCaffrey, running back from the for the Niners, got married. You know what I'm saying? College sweetheart. That was dope. I'd like to hear good news. But one thing I do want to say, ever since we got rid of that bum Jimmy G, you never really hear about any in the NFL. You never really hear any negative news about the Niners. Like, you don't really hear about like, oh, this person did this.
So like locker room drama, locker room tea.
Yeah, exactly. No, you just hear George Kittle been married to his college sweetheart. Like, you know what I mean? 15 years. Like, they're all family, man. They're all, well, not even family. Even if they're single, they're not doing anything salacious. They're keeping it real professional, as you should, because there's a microscope on you because you are on an NFL team. Like, just like even if you're using escorts, things like that, like, you're paying for it. So, like, at least you're paying for it legal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't do anything. Like, don't get caught with a prostitute, like, on 8th Street in Canal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, go get the escort, pay for it legally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're doing whatever they're doing. Keep it up. Appreciate y'all. Love that. It's a good look for the team and the city. And my other thing I saw in the news: Klay Thompson leaves the Warriors after 13 years.
He ain't leave yet.
Oh, he ain't gonna leave. Okay.
I'm not saying he isn't leaving. I'm saying he's not gone yet, and that's because they're moving money around.
Okay.
He was supposed to be gone because they thought they were going to get Paul George for him because Paul George is hot item, but Paul George was like, I ain't going to the Warriors. So then that's when it was like, oh, well, we'll see what we can do with this card. I'm going to keep this draw 4. I'm going to keep this draw 4.
Yeah, I gotta keep that draw 4. Yeah, I gotta keep
this draw 4 for somebody else. And so apparently it might be Lakers and the Mavs are the other potential.
You think Klay gonna go to the Lakers?
Oh, he's always wanted to be going back down there. He's an LA guy. He's from LA.
I know, but damn, though.
Why wouldn't you want to go back to where he's from?
Klay and Bron, though? That's ugly.
The problem, that whole conundrum is Klay going to do what Bron's doing right now? And what Bron just did, probably within the last 12 hours, is said, hey, y'all, let's restructure my contract. I'll take less. Let's get the people we need. It's like, oh, no. Snap.
Is Bron going to do that?
Bron already started putting that out.
Oh, you say he's going to do that?
He's opting out of the agreement for the 160 something million. It was like, I'll actually take a little less. Maybe that's because Bronny. Maybe because Bronny, because he got his Bronny thing on the back end, maybe. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he got what he wanted. He's like, hey, organization play ball with me. I'm gonna play ball with them. Because
I ain't mad at that.
We know Jordan, Magic, none of them took no pay cuts. So again, LeBron doing something different to maybe get that chip, and he can actually probably be the first one to play with his son and get a chip with his son.
That'd be bars.
So now someone else can now play with their kid, and then they have to be that. Like there's just
exactly.
But if Klay is like, I want that max, I still need my big money, he ain't going to the Lakers. You know what I mean? And LeBron's setting the tone by already saying, hey, if I'm the star on this team and I'm gonna take less for the team, you can't be coming in here like
right.
So
stick something up.
So I think what happens with Klay is if he wants to get that bag, he's got to go to like Dallas, maybe somewhere else. But it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm actually, like I said, now I'm gonna watch this season because I'm interested in this season now. I missed last season, So that's another reason why I wanted to watch this season, because I didn't even watch the playoffs. It was lackluster to me because I didn't follow the regular season. So I was actually even thinking about getting practicing some little betting going on. You know what I mean? Some of them little companies. You know what I mean? You know the one we probably gonna be sponsored by in the next like 2 years or so. Like
Scores and Britain's taking over.
Yeah, but not just because it's kind of fun, interesting, but I also want to be informed about my betting decisions, and plus it's fun. So I was like, you know what I mean, this is fun.
Yeah.
Jump into that real quick. But moving on though, we might have to have a segment, part of our TV show called the Double Back. You know, like you bring up a show, and then I actually have seen it, and I double back and let you guys know because that pop out show, the Kendrick show, I went and watched that. That had to have been seen. Like that wasn't one of those things I was supposed to just skip. Like when I watched that, I really felt like I shouldn't have been there type shit. Like I've never seen that man.
That was a cultural moment, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't like Erykah Badu and like Hippie Hill. No, this was something serious. Like this was. As somebody who's from California, right, who knows that these are a lot of gangbangers, hood street people, a lot of different rival sets, a lot of enemy sets, like a lot of people like aren't supposed to be getting along, and
A lot of different wavelengths.
Yeah. There we go. A lot of different wavelengths. Yeah, let's call it that. Yeah. And to see them come together and be like, yo, this is for the culture. I feel like somebody really told them, yo, if you fuck this up, we will never have nothing nice out here ever again. And they listened. Like, you know what I'm saying? It felt like, or maybe they just knew themselves. Like, the West Coast ain't had nothing like this since California Love. Like, so let's not mess this up. And let's actually do what this is intended for. A cultural moment for a good time, for the light to be on the West, and let's keep it like that. Like, and they did, and I thought it was amazing. Another thing I want to say is, being from the West Coast, I'd be sleeping like on like our artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm over there editing, I'm editing. There was not one song I did not know. Like, I was over there like, I was saying, I'm a very richer than you. I'm like, yeah, that's my song.
Like from Mustard on, right?
No, the whole, everyone.
Like you knew the Cuzzos in them? I didn't know them. I didn't know them.
Blue Bucks Clan, I knew them too.
I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, like it was crazy. I was just like, yo, like
they're dope. I just didn't know. That's it.
Yeah. No, I knew. Just because I'm out here. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just interesting. Like, I was like, because I wasn't really watching. Like, you know what I mean? Because I was editing. So, like, when a song would come on, I'm just singing it like in my head, right? I'm like, like, you know what I mean? I'm singing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, cool. But I'm looking back and forth. But when I look back and forth, I'm realizing, I'm like, yo, these are all California motherfuckers. These are California artists. Like, I'm like, yo, these are all people from here. Like,
SoCal for the most part.
Yeah. Well, 99.9%, like, really. But,
and I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that.
I don't. No, that's not hate at all. No.
Just make sure that they know.
Yeah, because real talk, there was no Stockton, Vallejo, Richmond. I mean,
the only Vallejo was 40.
Yeah, right. They have 40. Which was also, I thought, was dope, iconic.
Makes sense.
Even what he was saying, though, especially what he said, the narration was dope. When he was talking about the culture and everything about the culture, I used to sell out the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Kendrick has come out plenty of time saying E40 is one of his favorite rappers and was his inspiration. Like, one of his inspiring rappers coming up. So to know that, heard him say that years ago, him be on top of the world right now and still come back and reach back and get
40 watts.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's culture.
That's what I'm telling you, fam. Kendrick is the super governor. He can unite that state, fam. Like, put that dude in office. The reason all those people on those different frequencies didn't funk is because of him.
Yeah.
When all of them was on the stage, hype after him killing that, run it back. And he's like, no, yo, hey, this means something. Sit down. We're taking a picture. Everyone's listening.
Yeah.
Fam. Yeah. That tells you right there who set the tone, who said what time it is, who said if you ain't gonna act right, it ain't gonna be right.
I mean, there was some thing, and a lot of people always want to put something negative with it. Like they're like, oh well, such and such wasn't there, or such and such didn't perform. I'm like, yo.
He ain't kidnapping people.
Like, no, but the thing is though, it's like, yo, man, like you can't catch every, even when you eat a sandwich, right? Do you think you get every crumb of that bun? No, certain things gonna slip out. Like, I mean, but overall, what you did for the culture was amazing, and you represented every part of California. I feel like you did. Just even if you didn't have the artist per se, like I mean, from that region or whatever, you still represent all of California, man. Like, you know what I mean? You never once was like, yo, it's a LA thing only. Like, you know what I mean? You showed your love in the ways that it needed to be done. Because let's be real, all people know about California is North and South. So, like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you represent North and South, that's good enough for, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be out there bumping like a whole bunch of Kick the Sneak songs and like every other, like, bro, like, do your thing. Like, you're from LA. People understand you're from LA. Like, if he was from Oakland or San Francisco, I guarantee you 90% of that roster would have been Bay Area artists. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, it is what it is. Like,
and who says he can't do a pop out in the Bay and flip it? And got Snoop narrating. And now he got all Bay people. Who says he can't do that? He could do whatever the fuck he wants in California to do. He is.
Right? The governor.
Super governor.
Right, super governor.
Super governor.
They care about it. But yeah, that whole show though, the energy, bro.
I heard there was minimal security. I heard like they barely had any security.
Yo, they have. That's what I kept trying to say. That I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. This is an anomaly. This does not happen, fam. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you about. Remember I told you about my man Draco the Ruler. Like he didn't know. Yeah. So like he would have loved this event. Like they even gave it for Nipsey, but even at his event, where he passed, there was 100 security officers there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he still lost his life. Like, there was maybe I want to say 5, 6, like
that you could see.
Yeah, that I could see. Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, like.
But then everyone that went there had those talking after. I saw some interviews. They were like, it was light. They're like security is light. I was like, oh, yeah, he's the super governor. When he speaks, everyone respects it. Yo,
they're like, we're gonna throw an event. There's not gonna be no violence, and all the gangs are gonna come together. Everybody like, okay. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, they just bowed down so quickly. Like they just agreed so not bowed down. They agreed so quickly and did it. But also, I want to say this as well. I don't want to let this slip. The wardrobe. I don't know if they had a stylist or wardrobe backstage or anything like that, but they were all dressed very well. Like they all had. No offense to anybody from LA or anything like that, but when I see some of you guys like on a day-to-day basis, or like they did have a different style than Bay Area, of course, but like, yeah, this you could tell y'all did y'all big one. Y'all put y'all shit on. Like, you know what I mean? You could just tell y'all put y'all shit on. That's all I want to say. Y'all look good out there. Like the men, the women, like everybody look good. Like it's
man.
Like I said, there was nothing wrong with anything that happened. Like that's why I was like upset when people were trying to hate about like they were nitpicking. Not hate, they were nitpicking. Like they're like, yo, you could have had more Mexicans or Latino brothers, and I was like,
yeah,
they could have. Like, but you let one get on there and he said the N-word, and we let it go on June 19th. So we gave you some grace. We gave some grace. That was like having 10 Mexicans up there, if you ask me. Like, we let you say the N-word, everything. Nobody said nothing. We're like, all right, let's rock, little man. Got that. Right. We got that. Right.
Since you spoke about the fashion, I just got to give a quick shout out to homegirl Belle, old school B girl, and she's one of the stylists for Kenny on a tour. I don't know if she had anything to do with this. I wouldn't be surprised if she did, but she be up there helping Kenny on tour. Maybe not that night. Maybe that night. I don't know. But shout out to her. Just want to give a shout out because we love the B boys and B girls, and
facts.
You know,
she was responsible for those Nike shocks. You know what I'm saying? That she really deserves a raise because that company got a big increase in sales after that night. So.
She's not the only one that styles them, but she's one of the three. I'll say there's like 3 of them. She's the one always on tour. Okay. Shout out to her. Somehow you randomly see this, we love you. keep killing it.
Facts. That's dope. Especially to get a job. Because your job is to actually go put an outfit together for one of the hottest artists in the game. And go
Who's humble and not a problem.
Yeah,
Imagine working for that dude.
Right?
Hey, can you wear this? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe have the pants. All right, bet. How about this? Cool. And I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even think he'd be saying no on the first try.
That's what I'm saying. He seems
sometimes he'd be picking whatever. Like, hey, this is hot right now. He'd be like, all right, okay. Because I ain't gonna lie, you could have convinced me on nothing with no Nike shops. You couldn't convince me in none of that. I couldn't stand on that. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. But like, there's those people like Shannon Sharp that just take the advice of the stylist at face value and don't care. Like, and just go out there. Like, and shout out to the bravery of those people. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kendrick, like, because he be out there in them high waters and the little boots, and he be getting his little dance on. I'm like, okay. I'm like, do your little stuff, little man.
the fact that he has people hired and he trusts them and just rock with them.
So yep, I respect it. But like I said, I just want to go back and say the last thing about that was just so big for the culture. Like I like I said, because the last pod we had, I kind of glanced over, so I didn't see it. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, I talked about the game the whole time. Oh, like, I talked about the game, like, you know what I mean? But man, F the game. Like, this was
nothing to do with him.
No, we could tell it had nothing to do with you.
And nothing to do with Snoop, because he was killing that track with Dre up there. Doing Snoop's ad libs. What was that? Still Dre or whatever. Fam.
Yep.
I was like, I want to hear that version.
And he used his ad libs. His own ad libs. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was like, I'm like, they gotta drop that.
So I said, give me another version. Did you drop that?
Might as well. Please. For sure. I'm with that. But like I said, big for the culture, big for Cali. I like what Richter said when he said, "Man, like if you could just do a pop out Bay, oh no, that would shut the world down. And that's more marketable. You could keep slow turn the knife on Drake, just a little more. You know, we're gonna do a pop out Bay Area, like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a pop out Sacramento. We're gonna do a pop out Stockton, like
Seattle. We got Mac.
Seattle, yeah, exactly.
Like he could bring out all them cats, Massive Monkeys dancing instead of Tommy the Clown.
Hey, that'd be hella funny how this song could just turn out to be a J. Cole type festival thing. Now we got the pop out festival, like you know what I'm saying? Now you can just.
That's what I'm saying. This brand, it just works.
I'm gonna get richer on you. That's
you can do San Diego.
Yep.
Mitchie Slick and J.O. and bring out all them OGs. Like, he can just rock the pop out. Where's he gonna pop out next?
Exactly.
He could do a New York one.
Toronto. The Toronto pop out. Sometimes we gotta pop out show next.
Hey, she's down for him up.
Yeah. Wop.
Welcome up.
Yeah, that'll do. But yeah, going forward with the TV time. I think that was it.
That was it on the TV, man. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that pop out, man. Okay, cool. I'm glad we got to end on that. That pop out, man. Yeah, Bay Area stand up, California in general stand up, Washington stand up, Seattle stand up, man. Y'all, man, that was us. We did that. We performed. Like I said, come on, man. They were in Inglewood, fam. You didn't hear no news stories about
a fight after
gun violence erupts after blah, 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 blah. We didn't hear nothing.
Sideshow, crazy.
No, nothing. Everybody was grown and civilized, and just I just want to take a bow for California by itself, just on that note.
And black people,
black
people on Juneteenth, not fucking it up.
Loved it. Close to Martin Luther King Street too.
Love it.
Loved it. Every minute of it.
Cheer for it.
If we can just continue that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really excited to see what the Bay Area can do. Like, because now we got a lot of focus on us now. So like, I would love to see like what artists would like. You know, what can happen for these new artists? Like, I mean, now that'd be dope. Like the descent of yeah. But that's it, man. Episode 35.
35.
Midlife crisis. All right, okay, but yeah, man, you know how we do is NT to the G, and I'm here with my man with the charisma of C3PO, the taller Potter, who doesn't need to be no one's father because he's always got a lot of sons out here already. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's Richter, aka Dose Definitely, and I'm NT to the G, who you think it's gonna be. And like we always say about this time, stay positive, stay pushing, stay passionate, stay progressing, and stay on your pivot and stay on your path until we cross it again. Until that time, peace.
Peace.